Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bazatiz and UFC on the World of Sport TV with an exciting transfer update after a great show on the Toon Reviews channel this afternoon. I have also been handed some more information about 2.5 hours ago. So hopefully it's new stuff you haven't heard, or if it is stuff you've heard, we've got some great stats on all these players and some really good information, and hopefully some great interaction in the chat. So before we start, we'll just get the usuals out of the way. If you're watching this for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. We're almost up to 1,700, which is incredible at this stage of the channel's career. Wasn't expecting to be this high, so please keep supporting us by hitting that button if you're new. And if you're not subscribed as a member yet, it's only 99p a month, as little as that. We're up to 19 members now, which is incredible. And as soon as we hit 100, the money will start to be reinvested into prizes to give away. And we've got on Saturday night, when we do our full-time review show, we're going to have a special announcement of who we've got a partnership with to get those prizes with and stuff like that. So we'll have them on the channel to discuss why they're going to be doing it and why we've partnered up with them. So please consider that. It's only 99p a month. It's brilliant. Now let's bring in our lovely co-hosts, as always, for the Newcastle section of the channel. How are we doing, Jade?
Evening. Yeah, all good. You?
Yeah, really good. Billy?
Yeah, excellent, mate.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait. Me and Billy are going to sit down hopefully tomorrow, and Billy's going to make some theme tune songs for all our channels. Get his little shoulder shigger on for Jade as well.
Oh, you know I want it. You know I love those shoulder shigger. I need it. It has to happen.
It's happening. Wow. He's doing it.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. I want it.
Yes.
I'm claiming
we need to record that and turn it into a GIF, and then Jade's going to play it whenever she feels the need on a Wednesday night.
Whenever I feel a little shoulder sugar coming on, I'm just going to throw Billy out there.
A little boogie. So first of all, let's just say thank you very much to Deb Randall, who's new to the channel. She's subscribed. It's actually Mitska's mother, I believe, and she's signed and just subscribed to the channel last night, and now she's subscribed as a member. So it's just absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, Deb. Mark says evening. We've got Daniel in the house. Thanks for joining, Daniel. Hope you're well, mate. I haven't heard from you for a while, so I hope you're doing okay. Michael again, evening. And Michael, Billy, not Novak Djokovic comment on Bill's stream made me laugh. What did you say?
Tell you what I said?
Go on, go for it.
I said all them Serbians moaning about Novak Djokovic not being able to go into Australia. They're all moaning about it. I said it's no wonder they bought bleeding Southampton. The white club ball, isn't it?
Oh man, Jade, is there anyone from Spain who hasn't been mentioned that you'd like to sign?
Personally, yeah, I reckon Gerard Moreno would be a really good shout.
Oh, she didn't go for it. She didn't fall for it, Michael.
I just packed him on FIFA earlier.
Did you?
Quality player. 23 and 33 last season in La Liga alone. 8 and 10 this season, and no one's talking about him.
Oh wow!
You are.
Well, you are.
Yeah, I will. Of course, I will. I'm an advocate for Spanish footballers. What was I literally walk everywhere with this flag.
Just around you. I love it.
Just everywhere.
I love it. Joe Linton, Billy's already said the comment. It's about Novak Djokovic not being vaccinated. Even Billy and Jade. What about Mikel Mourinho? I would love Mikel Mourinho back, but he's not on the list, I'm afraid. Novak promoting freedom. He is. I mean, at the end of the day...
He's not. He's in prison.
Seriously?
Well, he's confined to a room, isn't he? So he's not...
Oh, right.
Confined in a supposable hotel for illegal entries into the country, we'll call it. Politically correct.
Yet he was given special commission for it.
Staying well out of that one, boys. That's a danger zone for a conversation.
I love it. Right. First of all, let's take everyone back to our brilliant announcement, which I did say it was going to be today. It was going to be announced, but it's actually going to be tomorrow. I've got a strange feeling they're holding out saying it today because they want to announce two at the same time. But Trippier is a done deal, so everyone just needs to calm down on Twitter, calm down on Facebook, and just let it happen. He's in Newcastle. He's signed the contract. He's had photographs taken. They're just biding the time. I've also heard there's potentially their owner could be flying over to want to be in some pictures as well and be there when it's announced. I mean, would you blame him, Jade?
No, of course not. I mean, you think about it from their point of view. Everyone knows the situation that we're in, and they want to make a statement of, we are here to build this, Yeah. So why would you go in drips and drabs? Why wouldn't you go, no, we've gone 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Here, have it, statement of intent. Nice big promo video, nice big promo poster. We're here making some noise. I quite like the sound of that, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. I mean, at the end of the day, it's their money they're spending, isn't it, Billy?
That's it. And it'll make a nice cover photo, with all four.
Hi, Billy. Got you.
No, but it is good because, like you say, it's the first sign on a long journey to what they want to achieve. So
exactly,
why wouldn't he want to be there?
Exactly. He's a very rich man, so he can fly whenever he wants, when he wants.
Yep.
Probably doesn't have to take tests either, does he? Just waltzes in.
No, he can just walk around.
He can walk off the North Sea, in my opinion.
Exactly. So here's the first bit of information I was given. So Marseille's Bambo Diaz, striker, becoming front runner to sign for Newcastle, as we are desperate for a striker. Now, I've never heard of him. There's no picture of him on this stats thing, but apparently he's 21 from Senegal, plays as a forward for Marseille in League One. In his career so far, he's played 19 matches in a total of 655 minutes. He has scored 4 goals and has provided no assists, and he's taken 22 shots with a shooting accuracy of 50%. He prefers his right foot, 72 inches in height. He's 178 kilograms, so he's a bit light. But I've never heard of this kid, but he's the front runner, guys. Apparently,
yeah. I'm going to say
to HP and Hines.
I'm going to say he's one for the future.
Right.
With the amount of appearances, he's also at the African Championships, isn't he? So
yeah,
I'm going to say he's one they're looking at for 3 or 4 years down the line, perhaps.
On the 23 squad,
I think you're right there, Billy. I mean, you look at that, look at his age. He's gone to AFCON to represent Senegal anyway, so he won't be here regardless. But there's no way he's being brought in to be the front running striker of this club yet. Not a chance. Yeah. He's definitely one for in a couple of years' time.
Yeah. But with that desperate, you might need to be thrown in straight away, potentially.
It's never
ever going to happen. It happened with Origi Press, didn't it? So it happens sometimes, but I wouldn't have thought he'd be like straight in the side of it.
Well, I've heard, I don't know if you watched Paul's show, but it's 10 to 12 weeks for Callum Wilson. And then by the time he gets up and running and fit, it could be the whole season, really, when you think about it.
Exactly. So for me, that's never the right choice to make for a now striker that we need.
Yeah.
It's not the right path.
Chronicle reckon Morales is one who we want. I've not heard that name, but
you can't slate Oba's attitude and then go after Morelos at Rangers. You can't.
Exactly.
They both have extremely poor attitudes. They're 2 peas in a pod.
50 million from the 23 player, yes, because we're the richest club in the world, and that's the kind of fees you have to pay to get young talent and great talent into the club and hopefully work wonders and get them into the first team eventually. Look at Chelsea; they have about 23 under 23 players at that price. Wonder Kid on FIFA. I always love FIFA. Newcastle lined up. We're going to come to that. See, I would take for a striker, and we want someone hitting the ground running. I would take Jimenez from Wolves all day long. What's this one? Linked with Ginny to count. Well, honestly, a joke. It's not a joke. Just trust the owners. So let's get rid of that bit. Get rid of that bit, and then just have a little deeper look into this young kid's stats. I mean, it doesn't look great.
I do love these start boards, perhaps.
I know it's good, isn't it? His is the blue one, of course. The grey one is just it's how it looks. For some reason, the website wasn't working when I was trying to compare them. We kept on saying
because no one knows anything about him. They just generated it up on random.
Potentially. So. I mean, his stats don't look too bad. No crosses is a bit of a strange one. I know he's a striker, but strikers still get out on the wings every now and again and throw a ball in, don't they? Shots 52% accuracy, passing 76%, tackles 70% success rate. So he puts himself about a bit. As you can see, shooting is his greatest asset. Touches inside the box is not bad. And goals from penalties seems all right, but you expect strikers to put the ball in the net. But it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But again, like you mentioned, probably just under 23s. But this is what his stats are through a game. I mean, shots on target, 16% is very good. The rate that he scores them at 18% is good. But he's not obviously a team player because he doesn't create any chances. He's obviously a bit of an Andy Cole, maybe a poacher, looking at those stats.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna say he's a quick striker. Who, like you say, is a bit of a poacher. Can't see him. Never seen a picture of him. Just looking at his height, 5'10". So I wouldn't say he was a powerful, huge bloke that's good in the air. Could be, I suppose. Could have real springy legs, but just going to say he's quick and he's going to kind of poach goals like Cole did.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. What about you, Jade? What do you think going off the stats and?
Yeah,
and there's not much to go off, is there?
It just doesn't. Yeah, there's not a lot on him. To be fair, I'm just not convinced that because there's not enough on him. We don't know enough about him. He doesn't seem that experienced. Given the position we're in right now, I'm just not convinced that if we do bring him in, he goes in that first team.
Yeah, I just think if there's got to be two strikers coming in if he's one of them.
I think so, wouldn't you?
You would think so, wouldn't you? Because
if you're bringing him in, then there has to be a bigger name coming in for a striker because he doesn't cut it. On paper, he could prove me completely wrong, come in and be a FIFA wonder kid. You never know. But according to that, it's just not the right call for him to be the main striker.
No, I'm going to say he's one for the future. He's been signed for a reason. I don't think it's to jump straight in the squad now. I wouldn't have thought so.
Who's got FIFA 22 to look for a striker for us?
Well, you could have my strikers. I've got Alan Shearer and I've got Romelu Lukaku as my front two at the minute.
Oh, I'll take Lukaku all day long.
You wouldn't take Shearer?
Back in the day, yeah.
I play Gerard Moreno sits up top for me with 3 in behind, so I don't play with 2.
I don't play it. I wish I did these days, but I don't. So obviously this name's been branded around in the chat already. Something that came as a bit of a surprise. I mean, we were actually linked with him before a takeover, weren't we?
Yeah.
So Todd Cantwell, he's 23, plays as a midfielder for Norwich. In his career so far, played 102 times for them, totaling 7,163 minutes. He scored 13 goals and provided 10 assists and has attempted 3,454 passes in total with a pass accuracy of 82%, which is not bad. I mean, that's actually, the stats actually make him look quite good, but that obviously includes the championship as well. Now, we have contacted Norwich to see if they're available and for a price. So we've actually gone to them and said, right, we're interested in him. How much is he going to cost? Where and is he available? So I guess we'll soon find out. Now, his little spidergram. I mean, he doesn't look too bad when you look at the stats. Obviously, his recoveries are good, which is what you want from a midfielder. I always like to know where they're passing the ball as well, and he's almost 50-50 everywhere going forward. He looks like he does prefer to play the ball out to the right than to play out to the left, but he still looks to go forward. Very rarely goes back. He looks like he plays all around the park, doesn't he, looking at those stats?
Well, that's what he is. He's an effervescent runner who does a lot of running. Yeah. But to coin a phrase, to me, is all fart and no shit.
Yeah, well then there you are. So I mean, when you come to the nit and gritty stats, shots on target, passes, recoveries, 5%, 4%, and 4% within inside his team's performance. So when we come to the top quality players, you'll see the difference in this last picture to the top quality players to the average players. But the one thing he's got time on his side though, hasn't he? Again, and I mean he's always had a decent game for Norwich. He is playing in a weaker team. So it is harder for him to create a lot of chances because a lot of his work is done potentially recovering. So, Jade, would you give him a chance?
I have said a lot across the course of this that we can't afford to be too choosy. However, I'm going to have to go back on my word here because I am going to be choosy. I don't want him. I don't. I've looked at his stats. I've looked at his stats in the Championship. I've looked at his stats in the year and a bit in the Premier League. And it just doesn't convince me that he's going to come in and be any better than what we've got. It looks like a Joe Willock part 2. The most goals he's ever scored is 6.
Is that not because he's in an Norwich team? And obviously
that was 6 in the Championship.
Chances.
Yeah, he got 6 in the last
6 in the season's not too bad.
And then he got 6 last season.
He got 6 in the Premier League, but he seems to have regressed since then.
Yeah, well, what we're looking for, obviously, is somebody to bring that something different. And he does. To me, he just looks like another Joe Willock. He just seems to do the exact same thing that Joe Willock does, and we already have a struggling Joe Willock. I don't think we need another one.
Pedro disagrees with her. He says he's watched him a few times, and he says get him in.
I'll tell you what about Todd Cantwell, and I can compare him to a player that's in the Premier League now, and you notice him because of his hair, because he's got blonde hair, and you kind of notice him quite a lot. He does a lot of running around. No, I was going to say Tom Davies at Everton.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty average players. He's regressed since he was in the Premier League the first time in Norwich. He has hardly played this year. I think he's had 8 games this year. Something ain't right with him. His attitude ain't right at the moment with Norwich. Maybe he wants to get out of there. But is he better than what Jade says? He's not. I don't think he's better than what we've got.
No,
I don't see.
Maybe.
Yeah, but what's the point of buying someone that's?
But has he got the potential to be better than what we've got because of the age of the players that we do have in midfield at the moment? You know, things like Shelby.
Isn't he a similar age to Joe Willock?
Yeah, I'd say Joe Willock's got more potential.
So what's the point?
He's not a shot.
Matthew agrees with me.
He's a runner. He does a lot of running, an awful lot of running, lots of work. Gets forward quite a lot. But yeah, he's not a bad player, but
look, he's not awful. But I just don't think he's any different to what we've already got. And if we're looking to be better, then we need to step up, not across, so to speak.
Exactly.
Joe Liddon said get Gallagher in. We can't. He's on loan at Palace. That'll be his summer signing.
Yeah, he's only on loan, so we can't unless they cancel the loan. Because I wanted Saul, but he's on loan at Chelsea. So
Diaz is a name I haven't got yet, so I'm going to say no to him at the moment. And again, he's a Championship player at the moment, so it's a risk taking a Championship striker in a struggling Premier League team to try and keep us up. It won't work, I don't think. We don't need players with potential. We need proven players to hit the ground running. But we're going to sign them as well, though. This is the thing. We're looking at quite a lot of players.
Should we not get them first and then sign the players with potential?
It all depends who's available at the time, though, doesn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to look for that bit of stability before you go for anything else. You want to stabilise the squad first that are going to be playing week in, week out. That's just my opinion.
Yes, we can cancel his loan and pay the fee. I like it. He's not on my list either.
We're doing that.
And he's not on my list either. Guys, you've just got to wait for the list in the chat. Talk about the players we're talking about. Then we'll talk at the end about players we would really like to see.
So here's the same bloke, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, he is. So this is the next player. So, excuse me, Amazon, turn off. Amazon, Alexa.
So free. We haven't got a music license, Baz.
I don't understand why that just came on. I never said play any music, and it just decided to. It's done this before when I'm live.
It has, yeah.
I'm sure it's got a brain and it knows it's doing it, and it wants to absolutely nail me for something. So Max Aarons again. We went to Norwich at the same time as talking about Cantwell, asking for his availability and a price. Now he's a different prospect. To a Cantwell. I mean, we've been linked with Aarons before. We've all said yes to him, but do we now say no because, again, we're buying potential, or is he good enough to fit straight into the team? But a bit about him. So 22-year-old, plays as a defender, as we know. He's played 140 matches for a total of 12,572 matches. He scored 4 goals, provided 10 assists, and he's won 114 tackles in total and displays a tackle success rate of 63%. His spider graph doesn't, scream out a great player at the moment, but again, he's playing in an Origi team, which I've got to keep on mentioning. And you can see that the stats don't look great. Again, his pass rate, 81% is good. Tackles, 63%. Success rate is not bad. His dribbling's quite good, 54%. He gets crosses in. He does have a shot. He does create. But again, is this what you've all been crying out, Jade, right from the start? Or is that buying potential, or is that buying someone who'll fit straight into the team?
Potential.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it's another one I just don't think fits straight into the team. I think what we're looking for, what I think that we'll be looking for, again, is that stability, that experience, that strength. Do you know what I mean? We need a team that's going to be out there that know what they're doing and can handle the pressure of what they're going to be under. He's young. He's only been at Norwich. I
think
don't
it's a
think he's
sensible
ready
one,
to
Jay.
come straight into it.
I think this is a sensible signing because we've already signed the experience one, haven't we?
That's what I mean. So he's not potential. He's not going to come straight into the team, is he?
No, he's not. But I say we've just signed the one he's going to understudy to, haven't we? I mean, we've got Trippier, so to sign him as an understudy Trippier, I think makes good sense.
Is he going to drop down to an understudy from starting?
You think so? Yeah. When you're following Trippier, you've got to, haven't you?
Don't know. I've never followed him.
Whether he'll come or not. You know, whether he'll come or not is it? I think he would. I think if you're going to learn from someone, I think Trippier's a good one to learn from, isn't he?
Oh yeah, as one of the best to learn from in the league. He's been in the league
because he plays a left back, doesn't he? And we've obviously got Lewis out again, who was potential, and he's out for a while because of his
Aaron's can play both sides too. Yeah, that's another good thing about him. I quite like Aaron's actually. Although I've got to say, against us, he was shocking, weren't he?
Yeah.
But I actually quite like Aaron's, and he's cousin of Rolando, isn't he, as well? So bit of a Newcastle United link already. I'd take him as long as it weren't too expensive. I don't see the problem buying him actually.
Do you think they'll try and pull our eyes out though and try and get a?
Well, we got quoted 15 to 20 for Cantwell, and that to me is ridiculously overpriced. So
I agree with that. Yeah,
you wonder if that's one of the players that we're allegedly now linked with, what they're going to quote for him, because there's no way I think we should ever pay anywhere near that if we're going to have to get Cantwell, because there's no way he's worth it.
Cantwell's not worth it, but do you think Max Aarons would be worth that kind of money?
I do, yeah. I do. Yeah, I think he'd be worth 15 million.
Between 7 to 10, I wouldn't go any higher than 10 for him.
But I think they'd want more than 15, I'll be honest.
I'll go 11.5 max. You know, just hit money when they just for a little bit of fun, flash a bit of change, but I wouldn't go any higher than that.
It would be an understatement.
I play Monopoly. I like to negotiate.
Yeah, I can imagine you being an absolute nightmare.
I'm horrible at Monopoly. I really am horrible at Monopoly.
Hey, Rich has made an appearance. Hi, Rich.
Good evening.
Sam's in trouble, by the way. Sam is in big trouble. All right. Sam said we've got to accumulate a hell of a lot of points to stay up, and we're only one win out of the relegation zone. I couldn't believe he said it. I'm telling you, he's in trouble, that lad.
Yeah. Well, how many points you got? 11.
We're literally one win away from beating
You need
Watford.
24 points.
It's one game.
Villa stayed up with 35. And that was on the last day. That was a one goal in it.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll need that many this year, though, I've got to say. I think you'll go with
33?
32, 33. I think he'll probably just keep you up.
Ooh, he's a good player.
But I think we'll get more than that anyway. I think with all the signings we're going to make, I think we'll end up with about 38, 39.
I don't know, but it went from Aaron Ramsey and Coutinho to Cantwell and Aarons. It's all going a bit all over here. Like, it's changed in a matter of a couple of hours.
I was just listening to you. With Max Aarons, I think he was very good. He's just had a little bit of a dip this season or this last couple of seasons. I'm sure Bayern Munich were in for him a couple of years ago.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
So you probably will. He is a good player, but I don't know whether now you've signed Trippier. I don't know whether you're kind of wasting that.
Yeah, I think it's just one for the future, ain't it?
Yeah,
just one for the future. Whether we'd come for that, like Jade says, it's another kettle of fish. But I mean, he's going to come and kind of learn from someone. I suppose Trippier's one of the best to do it for.
Oh, so. Yeah. But if you want, I don't know. I guess you want it instant. You want it instant, aren't you? You need instant. So
but we've got instant already, ain't we? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Trippier's instant. So you know, if you're looking at the other side, like the left back, obviously Diaz was a shout, but I don't know whether that's Barry. That looks dead in the water to you.
Yeah, unfortunately, he wants to go down south. We did talk about this quite a lot on Paul's channel, and I just don't think he's been sold the project yet. And if he actually sat down with our owners and with someone like Keegan or Shearer and discussed the club, it might actually turn his head rather than going down south. But he seems to have his heart set on Chelsea or someone like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can offer Champions League football, can't they? And we can't
Yeah.
yet. You know, it's going to take us a
They're
little
also
while.
looking at bringing Emerson back because they loaned Emerson out.
Right.
So that could blow right up in his face.
Yeah,
If they bring Emerson back from his loan, because they only want a loan, because they've got
Emerson.
obviously your Reece James and Chilwell are injured, so they only want a loan because they've already got the three of them effectively.
Yeah.
And Alonso as well.
Yeah, I like Alonso.
Oh, well, no one wants Campbell.
I had to avoid mentioning another Spanish player. I do it an awful lot.
Oh, man.
I noticed.
20
I will
million
get
for
one one
Aaron's.
day. One day
You
it'll
will.
happen for me. It will.
Yeah, apparently it's 20 million for Aaron's, which is not bad, is it? When you think about it, that price.
No,
It's a lot of money for a right back.
It would just paid
It's an
20 million
atrocious
for
amount of
one.
money for a player from Norwich.
We spent 12 and a half.
No, but what add-ons will rise to 20 million easily. Everyone
Yeah, but
knows
one's
the
an England
concept, don't they?
international that played in the European Cup, the Championship final.
Yeah,
and the
but
other
it's
one's
the age, isn't it? It's the
the one's a
potential. Again.
relegation merchant.
Yeah, but one's 31 and one's 22. That's the difference, isn't it? So you're always
Well,
going to get.
I'll be honest with you. I'd take Aaron, but it's strictly for the future.
Right. Oh, here he is. Here's the main man.
Hey.
Hi,
Good
mate.
evening.
Good evening.
Oh,
How's it going?
It's all right. It's very strange to be on a show with Jade. All those promises.
I was just about to say it's weird being in the same room with you. I did say message me and I'd happily come on your show, and you never messaged me. So
Jade, no. I have messaged you, and the twice I have, you've always blamed it on the drink.
no,
You.
I have DMs.
What about your Christmas do? I invited you on just before
And that
Christmas.
was not my fault. That was a genuine Christmas deal. I bailed on everyone that night.
And then
I
you
did actually
bailed on
fly
us as
in on
well.
Baz's show and write.
And then I did message you another time, which you didn't reply to because you said you were drunk.
That's a high possibility.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Anyway,
That's only twice. That's twice.
I love it. This came up last night. Baz, where does the south start? I said anywhere south of Newcastle, and I got a bit of hammer for it. But I'm right, so I don't care. We sold the plans and the potential signings for Clady Davies. Got it right. Damn right they have. Dane goes to Chelsea and then sits on the bench when Chilwell returns. Good career move.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. It's a bit of a... You
And
can't
it will
blame
go
them for
that
wanting
way.
to go there. I'd take Marcus Alonso, to be fair, for 6 months. You could do a good job.
Malcolm.
oh wait, Billy, you didn't play for Sunderland for that long, man.
Long enough.
Anyone got a
That's
taxi?
You
Man,
like
to Bob
Manquillo,
with
don't
that?
you? You like Manquillo?
Not
Oh,
really.
we do. No, we do. We do.
Oh,
Come on, leave him
I
alone.
like Martin.
We'll leave him alone.
He's not too bad.
He's all right. He does half a decent job.
He could be better.
Yeah, this is true. Right. So, Origi, I didn't think this was going to happen at all. I was really hoping it wasn't going to happen.
Hey, where was all this afternoon, Baz?
I didn't have time to do it all this afternoon.
Oh,
I told you.
I see. You just look after the road channel. I get it.
Oh, cheeky git. I come in with all this info for you.
You wait till Lionel Messi's name pops up, Paul.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm waiting for it, yeah.
Brilliant. So
It's not
big
just
off
me
Origi.
that Paul has domestics with, you see, Michael. He has
Oh, it's
domestics with
everyone.
everyone.
Oh, I have
It's
domestics with Baz every day. Well, that's just
Exactly.
the couple we are, isn't it, Baz?
part of the
It
family.
is.
It's what happens.
Exactly.
Like
I've just come on to make sure you've not got Coutinho on here, Baz. That's all.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. I'm just putting a stop to that now.
I know.
Oh, is that
I
him
know.
who's going to get announced tomorrow morning with Trippier?
No, I hope so, but I don't think it's going to happen now. But that news broke my heart when Sam said that on the Villa podcast. I was not happy. But dig off Origi, guys. Liverpool, obviously, Mane and Salah after the AFCON, but still could happen as the player's only got 6 months left on his contract. They won 7 or 8 million, which is real big steal, I suppose. But he's 26 now. You know, he's only played 116 times for Liverpool, scored 21 goals, 6 assists, and all of it's from the bench. But if he's accuracy is only 40% for shooting. It's not exactly screaming a quality player, but he does score important goals, doesn't he? Champions League, as we mentioned earlier, Paul, Champions League goals.
Yeah.
Semi-finals, finals. Even his stats here aren't massively impressive again. Chances created, shots on target, goals, they're not too bad, but wait until you see an excellent player, how these stats change. So I'm not sold on Origi. I know we've had many discussions, Paul, on the rumour mill on the Sunday we did it.
Yeah.
We talked about him. A lot of you said yes because, we need someone desperately. Would you still say yes?
Origi, yes, I would. But like we said earlier, I don't see Origi as being the marquee striker signing that we need. But again, we're building the squad, aren't we? And Origi can certainly do a job. Look at the goals he scored for Liverpool even this season when he hasn't been massively involved. For me, I would bring him in, definitely.
Richard, do you think Newcastle would be stupid not to sign him for 7-8 million?
Yeah, I do. I think especially if you're getting him along with another striker, because you know what is the fashionable term, clutch player. You can score in the big moments. You can come on and score goals when you need it. When you need a point, or it's 0-0 and you need the 3 points. I think that's where he can come on and do damage for you guys. If you sign him as your main striker, I'd be a bit more concerned about that. And I think there's word of Wilson being injured for potentially serious injury.
Apparently.
Yeah, so if he's coming in as your main striker, I'd say no. But if he's coming in as well as someone else, then 100% he's going to get you goals.
Yeah, Billy.
Yeah, and that
says Shane, please no Origi.
I agree.
And Michael says yes.
It says there, but is he really going to swap Liverpool's bench for our bench? I don't think so. And so
I think he'd be involved, though. Do you not think he would get plenty more action on the pitch if he was playing for us?
Yeah, he probably would. Yeah. Although he's injured at the moment, so here at the worst time for him, really, because he would be getting game time for Liverpool now, wouldn't he? With the AFCON being on.
Yeah.
But for 7-8 million, it's nothing, is it? Yeah, I'll definitely take him for that price. Absolutely.
Jade,
it's bargain money. We know he can score goals, right? You look at his age; he has sat on the bench for years, only coming on for X amount of minutes in X amount of games. He's never pushed for more first team football. He's never pushed for a move to get more first team football. Would you not look at his effort to want first team football if he's going to come in and play for us and not be the marquee signing, or perhaps be the striker for the next 6 months? He obviously doesn't want to push for first team football because he hasn't for years. He's happily just sat and let everyone else take all the minutes.
That says a lot, though, doesn't it?
For his mentality, I mean, he hasn't once pushed at all or made any noise for the fact that he just religiously sits on the bench.
Do you think that makes a bit of noise there, though? Arsenal, they would take him. And Arsenal
take anything.
Take Origi. Oh God! Honestly, man, where's this Charlie Adam coming from, man? Somebody's supposed to
dumb beer and all. Dumb beer. Jesus Christ!
He's not going to be the marquee striker for us. I don't think he's what we're looking for a marquee striker. But I would question the mentality of the guy, seeing as he's happily sat on the bench for X amount of years.
Yeah,
I find that bizarre.
Maybe he'd come on the just because he wants to sit on the bench.
Yeah,
well, just for a bit more money. You don't pay an extra few grand.
There's no chance of that.
We're about to have the best benches in the world, aren't we?
Hey, heated seats in the Toon dugout. Heated seats, guys. Come on.
Not yet.
I love it. Dave, I spent an hour and a half doing these from 8 o'clock when I got the information all the way through to 9:30 before the show started. So yeah, they do take a little while to put together.
Did you do your countdown, Buzz?
I did. It was brilliant, mate. Thank you.
Okay. You're very welcome.
That's the finest countdown I've ever seen since Cal Vorderman.
Hey!
Jeez, Billy, that really touches my heart.
It would have been nice if he said the new one. I forget her name now.
Richard Riley.
That's it. Right, Arsenal live for
Man United.
Oh, yeah. Well, hello, Paul. Evening. I'm just trying to see if there's any decent comments. As a backup striker, great, yeah.
Can I just
say... Not that any of your comments are not decent. By the way, Baz is just very picky.
Yeah, on my show earlier, there was another at least 1,500 quid raised.
Wow.
I got nearly £1,000 from somebody in Saudi Arabia.
Jesus.
Unbelievable. Absolutely
That's
incredible.
Fantastic. Must be close to $3,000 now.
Well, I'm going to have to...
Obviously, YouTube will take stuff off it.
I don't know how much until I get it, but we're thinking about, obviously, something for Dave's funeral and obviously something to remember him by. So, like, getting something made just so we can...
Oh, that'd be good.
But obviously, we're all going to talk about that behind the scenes. But just to let you know.
That's fantastic.
Great update.
That's
well
incredible.
Done. It is. Volovic isn't coming, guys. I've been told.
Who?
Volovic.
Volovic.
Volovic. How
I'll
do you
have a
pronounce
couple
his
of
name?
Volovic. Bill,
Volovic. How you pronounce it? Vlahovic. It's too foreign for me.
Barry, you've got a problem with names, man. Seriously, you're worse than my grandparents used to be for names. You're the Bobby Robson of podcasters, mate.
Yeah, I am. I'll start calling them cockles soon. Court. I can't even get names out.
You even got that
his name right.
I know. I'll call him Shirley. That's a better one.
Call him John.
There we are. It's Vlahovic.
Vlahovic, that's exactly what I said.
Vlahovic.
However you pronounce it, but apparently he's not coming. He wants Champions League football, but you never know because we've got the money. You just never know.
Yeah.
Yes, I've had a Sinclair, Pedro. Thank you.
That's always good to happen. The last couple of days.
I have. Honestly,
I'll answer you, Joe Linton, right? Because everyone else is ignoring your question. No, I would not take Alberto Moreno. Wrong Moreno. But yes, I would take Pau Torres.
Yeah, I was going to come to those later on. I told you we've got lots of players to go through. We've got Aubameyang. So apparently, he's tested positive for COVID. If it's going to happen, it'll happen at the end of January. But it'll only be a loan for 6 months. So there's no option to buy. Played 173 times for Arsenal, 14,194 minutes, scored 104 goals, 26 assists, 457 shots in total with 47% accuracy. You can see now when we get into the good players, you can see how better the graphs are. Because when you get to this one, now you see what a good player really looks like.
Are you admitting that the last ones weren't so good then, Baz? Am I right?
Well, I always said Origi wasn't that great. But now look at the top striker. Look at the difference in that chart. 27 shots on target, 27% shots on target, chances created 9%, goals 36%. You know, touches in the opposition box. He's a bit of a fox in the box, isn't he? So the stats for Aubameyang, it screams a yes, but then it's that whole situation at Arsenal, his age, he's getting on a bit. We'll come to Billy first. What do you think?
You've got to feel sorry for Origi, though. He's not a bench warming section on that dartboard.
Yeah.
He would kill those stats. Consistently as well.
He would, wouldn't he? So let's talk about Abu. I mean, he is
Abu. Yeah. Aubameyang. Do you know what? I'd take him because we need someone who can come in, score 10 to 15 goals at the end of the season. Yes, he's got an attitude. Yes, he's wasted a bit of talent, but he has got the talent and he can score goals. And for short-term kind of thing, he's got two fingers. He's got 2 fingers to stick up to Arsenal. He's a player. Get him in. That's what I say.
I agree, Jade.
6 month loan, natural goal scorer, can score goals, and must, in his own head, have a point to prove.
Absolutely.
Like he must have a point to prove, especially if he wants to get away in the summer. So for 6 months, I would. Yeah, I would take him.
That's a bit of a comment, isn't it? Be the best striker since Shearer, if he did come.
Is that about Aubameyang?
Yeah. Oof, what about Demba Ba?
Getting a Mr. Patrick Kluivert, sir.
Patrick Kluivert, yeah, but he was the same era as Shearer, wasn't he? But Demba Ba recently.
Papi Cisse.
Papi Cisse, he was good for 6 months, wasn't he? Paul's having problems with his mic by the looks of it.
There you go, 6 months. That's all we need.
Yeah, 6 months. Richard, would you think that was a shrewd signing for Newcastle, or do you think he's a bit of a risk?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say risk. For what? 350 grand a week is he on?
Yeah, a lot of money.
for what you guys need, am I going to want him in the trenches? I'm gonna say you could sign him and he could get you 15 goals, but you could sign him, he could stink the place out, and he stunk the place out for Arsenal. I don't think you need him in the trenches for what you guys need. So I would say no. Obvious class player, like don't get me wrong, but not for what you guys need.
Yeah, I mean we need someone in before Watford, don't we, Paul? So would he be a risk wait until the end of January, or do you think he's worth the wait?
I think we need a really strong target man. We need somebody who's going to get us the goals to get us out the crap that we're in. I don't think we should see. What I worry is that we bring somebody in just to cover Callum Wilson, like an Origi, for instance, but we don't go out and spend that big money on an actual, goal scorer, which we need, because I think Billy might have said it last night or at some point that we need somebody who's going to come in and score goals straight away, who's used to the Premier League, which is why I agree with him on Aubameyang. I don't necessarily like his attitude off the pitch or anything, but listen, if he's going to come in for 6 months and do us a job, then fine by me.
Yeah.
But we need somebody of that caliber to come in and make sure we've got somebody who knows where the net is. We can't rely on Wilson staying fit. And we need a proven goal scorer, basically.
I agree. I would, for 6 months, I'd definitely take him. The only thing that I say I'm worried about is when he would come and when he'd be available. That's the only thing that worries me about it. Ivan Toney is obviously an interesting money. Obviously, we shipped them out. League One, brilliant. Championship, brilliant. Not had a bad start to Premier League life. Still not scoring enough goals, though, in my eyes, to be a top Premier League striker. So again, he would be a risk, wouldn't he?
He kissed the badge in front of the galley end, and for me, that's a no.
Oh, it's definitely
once you do that,
I didn't realise he did that.
I
didn't realise he did that.
No.
So,
Well, once you do that, there are no ties anymore. You can sit where you are. Don't. It's done.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Tony, he does everything, but the thing you really want him to do is score goals. The rest of his game is absolutely A1.
He's like a Patrick Bamford, isn't he? For Leeds.
It's that finishing part.
He's better than Bamford.
Better than Bamford.
Bamford is shocking.
Shots fired everywhere here.
What is this loving with Bamford you have? I don't get it.
He does everything but the ball in the net. He's actual
so
general
he's not a good
players.
striker then, is he, Baz?
But I was Ivan Toney. That's what we're saying. They're very
but
similar.
Ivan Toney scored more goals than Bamford this season, Baz.
Yeah, this season, but Bamford did all right last season.
Oh,
didn't
Nick,
he? He got into double figures.
Yeah, half of them came off his ass.
Doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they go in. They can crawl over the line for all I care. As long
I would
as
take
he
an ass
scores.
goal, to be fair, if it kept us up. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Come on, off someone's ass and went in, and that was the goal that kept us up. I'd absolutely take it. But...
Yeah.
I'm down by an own goal, remember? Jesus. And that was a massive deflection. So anything that works. I take by how many? Yeah. I'm worried about Richie leaving. I might not get his box.
But he got Shelby putting a shift in, so why couldn't he get
This
over?
This is true. Get Ruben Neves in straight away.
It's insane.
Now, he's a player, Ruben Neves. I would 100% take him, but I also take Jimenez as well.
Yeah, but Ruben Neves is talking about things with big things with Wolves now, isn't he? He's come out since the Man United game and says, Wolves is the place to be, for the future and stuff like that, and we're going on to big things.
Mm.
Mind you, if we went and offered them, say, right, well, you're getting 80 grand a week at Wolves, we'll give you 150 grand a week. I'm sure those ambitions might change a little bit,
Well, exactly. I mean, there can't be a bigger project right now than Newcastle United if we stay up for next season.
Which is why
summer's going to be huge.
Yeah, which is why the Vlahovic comments kind of, like we were saying, up like meerkats today, hang on a minute. He's going to a team he's interested in a project.
I can't even think of another project that's really out there, to be fair. Anyone who's been taken over.
The key thing with Vlahovic is Fiorentina have had a bid accepted and the deal's done virtually for Piatek from Hertha Berlin. So they're replacing him already.
Right.
We are the biggest project, let's face it, at the moment in football.
Isn't he going to Arsenal?
Who? Piatek?
Vlahovic.
I don't think so.
No.
I heard that got rejected.
Yeah, he turned down Arsenal because that's That's the comment we're on about. He seemed to he turned around and commented that he was going, what is the matter with him? He seemed to say something about, he's turned down Arsenal because he's going somewhere that is building a project, which is why it's got Newcastle United fans he has pricked up.
Yeah, definitely. So Joe Linton, he works on my channel, mate. He does the Villa podcast, which was on just before this show. Does he? That's brilliant. You would have seen him on this channel, mate. We should just get Kessie. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Just go on. Should just get him. Jimenez from Wolves. Yep, been saying it for a long time.
Have a word with Danielle. She just wants to get the checkbook off Amanda and fly over to Europe and come back with a plane full of footballers. Honestly,
she did a good job as well. Grab a few on the way as well.
Yeah, just send you both over with a checkbook and pen, and away you go. Just come back with a plane full of superstars. That'll do.
That's a good shout, by the way, about Matt Ritchie maybe becoming an assistant.
Yeah, that ain't a bad shout at all.
Yeah,
that Alvarez is a good player from River Plate.
Yeah,
but his agents whoring him out to every club. I think Villa have been linked to him. United were linked to him. A lot of clubs linked to him.
I would love that. Mikel Merino back. Paul, would you have him back?
No.
No, why? Whoa, why? I have to know why.
It's like, right, in my eyes, it's
like Rafa.
No. You mentioned Rafa again. I know you've got a love in with Rafa as well. Don't worry. But listen, going back to Merino is like it's like going back to a previously used piece of toilet paper, right? There's no reason to do it when you're sitting with 9 Andrex rolls sitting on your left-hand side. There's no need to do it. So we can go for so many different players now. He had his time, and let's face it, he got homesick. So why bring him in again? He got homesick, therefore, just
true. Maybe he's grown up now, though. He's a bit older. He wants to try his luck again. In the Premier League.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I wouldn't say no to him, but I just think there's other players we can go for.
I mean, he's a full-time international now, isn't he, as well? So he's obviously improved as a player.
Yeah.
By the way, I didn't say he turned us down. I just said the information I've been given is that we're not in for him at the moment. So this is what I've been told, which is, I hope I'm wrong. Even the guy says, I hope we're wrong, and he does come because he is some player in the future.
I think you're wrong, Barry.
I hope so too. I really do. Ginny, I would love Ginny back as well. But again, I mean, Paul, do you go back to Ginny as well?
100%. Listen, he's only 31. He's still got a lot to offer. And, I think, Connor's comment there about, preferring Ginny playing alongside, Joe Linton. I think that would further Joe Linton's game even more into that position. I said on my show before, just about Joe Linton, he's found a position that he looks like he was born to play in. He loves winning the ball. He's so energetic. He's using his size now. But I think Gini playing alongside him, may well make Joe Linton a lot calmer on the ball. Just a better player with his feet than he is already. I mean, but he's just bring him to that next level, I think. And he'd have that effect within the dressing room, I think, So for me, it's 100% yes.
I called Joe Linton. I said, push him back into midfield, play him as an enforcer, and it worked. I just wish Eddie Howe listened to me well before he actually did it. But yes, a win for me. So, Diego Carlos of Sevilla, bid made, testing the water for price. So that's a bit of information I got, which I was a bit surprised at because I want Botman. But I've got a bit more information on him for a little bit later on as well. But I mean, if we can get both of them, Jesus Christ, our defense would be impenetrable. He's 28. It's a perfect age for a defender. He's obviously in his prime now. 149 matches, total of 12,984 minutes. He scored 7 goals. I need to hide that comment because I can't see it. No assist, but who cares? He's a centre-back. He's won 126 tackles with a 61.39% success rate, which is really, really good. And look at his chart as well. I mean, it's the best chart I've seen of any defender that we've actually put up on here, with his defending, his physicality, his heading, even his passing's good. You know, we're now getting into the real cream of players now, because that chart again is 4 times better than anything we've seen so far, apart from Botman, who was excellent as well. Passing 85%, even his dribbling 84%. He's obviously comfortable on the ball, being Brazilian.
84% dribbling for a centre back is incredible.
Exactly, it's huge, isn't it?
Well, impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. He obviously doesn't like to tackle too much, because 61% is quite low. But he's obviously someone who reads the game well. He intercepts, he carries the ball, and he.
Billy, he's writing his name down for FIFA.
Yeah.
Is that tackling though? Is that successful tackles? Like, so he's got like a high percentage of sort of just wiping people out, because we could do with someone like that as well.
Yeah.
Someone's not afraid to get stuck in.
There's people with higher percentages than that, mate. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But look at that again. Tackles 7%, clearances 22%, recoveries 8%. You know, and that's in the 90 minutes for the team, alongside the other people in the back line, and including the defensive midfielder. So his stats are exceptional. So where do we want to start, Jade? What do you think? Both of them, or if we can't get Botman, he's the man?
Both, personally. Do you know what I mean? I'd have them both right back, those two. Absolutely, I'd put them both in the back line. I just think that would create one hell of a wall.
Yeah.
You know, defensively, what a wonderful spine that would be. But yeah, I would absolutely take him. I think he's a fantastic centre back. I love his physicality, the way he goes firing into challenges. I think he's a great player. So yeah, I absolutely would sign him up. What was it they quoted us? They wanted 45.
Yeah.
That's what I read on Twitter. Have it.
Have it.
45.
Yeah.
Have 45 and take him, because that is a quality signing.
This is why I don't get why we're haggling with Lille over Botman. I mean, if they want 60 million, just give him 60 million. He's going to be the next best thing. Can you imagine having them two playing alongside each other for a total of 100 million? It'd be two of the best centre-back pairings in the Premiership.
And Origi cheering him on from the bench. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be the cutest thing we've ever seen.
Aubameyang up front.
Exactly. Aubameyang up front, yeah. I mean, Jesus. It's just for your dreams, isn't it, Billy?
Yeah, apparently they don't want the consortium don't want to spend over 40 million on the centre back there, do they? That's that. They kind of think that anything over that's for a midfield player or centre forward for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, this bloke's brilliant. But he likes to give a penalty away or two. That's one of his only problems.
That's right. We're used to that. That's all right.
We're used to that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying we might as well get done for cheap as a lamb, mightn't we? We're getting given the penalties away for nothing. We might as well do something to give them away for. But I mean, give penalties away in the quarters, the semi-finals, and the final when they beat Wolves, Man United, and Inter Milan in each game. Olympics for Brazil, 7 games he played, he gave 4 penalties away. But apart from that, he loves to rough and tumble. He's a good ball player, excellent player. Just a little bit dodgy sometimes. Makes a mistake or two sometimes at the back, but God, who don't? Which centre backs don't?
Well, exactly. Everyone's prone to a mistake every now and again. Richard, do you know much about Carlos? I mean, I know obviously being a Villa fan, you probably not really looked at him.
Mate, to be honest, I don't. I mean, looking at those stats that he gave, he looks like a very, very good player. My only concern for you guys would be signing a Brazilian centre back for big money in January when you need someone to get you out of the shit. Is a risk. Like, doesn't know the league. Would take them a little bit of time to settle in. I don't know. Maybe it's a sign if you stay up to sign in the summer when you get full pre-season. Yeah. You know, that would be my only thing there. Equally, if you could get him alongside with his tackling and his interceptions didn't look the highest, but if you put him alongside a real stopper and a real head it and kick it centre back, then he might complement them really well and be able to pass it out of pass it into midfield and play those passes. So yeah, that would be my thing. Obviously,
I get that, player, but we're talking Botman. You look at the centre backs that we've got.
Oh yeah,
We get one of them. Let's be fair.
Exactly. My thought
It's a choice of
Botman
looking at them and then looking at what we've got.
Yeah, remember we've also gone from being linked with Phil Jones to Sven Botman.
Yeah.
It's a different world for us these days.
Yeah. Although I think United will be starting with Phil Jones after his. He was the only one who played well the other night.
Yeah.
Apparently, I haven't seen the game.
But no, I think if you're saying obviously you want both, and it's not your money, just go for them. But like if you were one out of the two, then I'd say Botman would probably be the safer bet.
Yeah.
Do you think if we get one of them, Cher would stay?
Yeah.
Because allegedly Cher wants to leave, right? So surely, get one of them in for the lads and give him something.
I'd be surprised if Cher wants to leave now with the project. I
don't think he does. I think that's paper talk, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think we're getting a lot of paper talk. Like when we hear all these, apparently, people reading on social media, apparently this guy doesn't want to come. Apparently this guy doesn't want to come. We don't know, and we will not know till the transfer window ends and we see who we've signed.
Yeah.
I think
at the end of the day, money talks.
To run out, isn't it, in June? So
exactly.
That's where they're making that noise on him.
There's a good comment by Brian. Cantwell, Eddie Howe's transformed Joe Linton, so why couldn't you do it with Cantwell, I suppose?
Have you already spoken about Cantwell?
Yes, we have, yeah. Everyone said no.
Why?
See? Paul's on my side. Someone's on my side.
Hang on a minute. Whoa, how old the phone?
Right,
hang on. Why no to Cantwell?
I think he's fucking awful. I'm gonna say it as plain in English as I can.
Hang on, Jade. I'm just gonna go.
That I want
hang on,
I'm going
me 2 seconds. I have to go with my head. It's rolling down the stairs. Listen,
he's gonna rescind my invite now to his show, isn't he?
No, listen. I respect people's opinion. It's interesting because I think he's a decent player, and I think he's like Brian says there in the comment. I think that Eddie Howe could bring him on so much. I mean, you think about it, he played really well last season for Norwich. He hasn't really been playing it this well, but they've had a change in manager. Michael, what was that guy? Daniel Farke. I mean, he would talk to me and I'd laugh because of his high-pitched German voice. I just don't think he got the best out of him, and I think somebody like Eddie Howe could really, really bring him on. But again, it's people's opinions. But I don't know.
I never said anything about him, Paul. So don't throw me.
No, you weren't. You weren't in by then. To be fair,
but Billy, I'm surprised that you mind.
Villa were after him. Villa were.
Yeah, they were
for him at one point. Obviously, it was a big thing with like the Grealish going, and it was Cantwell and Buendia. Apparently, we were going to get as a double deal, but we didn't do it in the end. Maybe his nose got pushed out of joint that he didn't get the move last season. But
possibly
when I watched him the season before, when he was in the Premier League, he looked like one of those players where he's very, very good running with the ball, and always looked almost quicker with the ball than he did without it. And if you can get him firing, like cutting inside from that left-hand side, you've got a real player. It's just whether those 18 months have been kind of wasted. And again, but it could be a Jesse Lingard type thing where, went to West Ham and absolutely kicked on and changed his season. He could come to you guys and you get him on a 6-month loan with an option to buy. And then it's like, come on, son, prove yourself. And then he could get you 5 or 6 goals, which would be massive.
I don't think he's got the creative kind of flair that Lingard's got in mind. To me, he's just someone that runs around a lot. He looks
surprised at you, man, because you normally like these kind of midfielders.
He's a busy player. He's a busy, energetic, tenacious type player. But is he any better than what we've got, really? I'd probably have him ahead of Longstaff. But
like I said, I think
he's a left-sided attack. He's a left-sided attacker, really.
Prove me wrong.
I daresn't argue with Jade the mood she's in tonight.
I haven't even had a drink.
I think it's because of his hair. You notice it because of his hair, I think. I think he's got that blonde shocking hair and you notice him. But
so you wouldn't sign him because of his hair, Billy?
No, because he didn't actually do a lot. He's all fine and shit.
All right, I'll get me code. Don't ask me about Cantwell, Baz, please.
No, I mean, I got nailed for it as well, to be fair. But
he's okay in his first season for Norwich, but ever since then he's regressed terribly. This season's he can't get a game for him. So something wrong upstairs with his head, attitude-wise. But it just
but then maybe Howe can bring the best out of him again. That was what we.
Yeah, but I mean,
We're still waiting for that from Willock.
His
We're waiting
best
for another one.
ain't that good anyway. I don't think.
Baz, I get the feeling you're on a losing battle, mate. So
I think we are.
Anyway.
So we'll
Next
move on
player.
to we'll move on to Billy's
I'm sorry, I
date.
brought Cantwell up. I really, that's in the past.
I didn't go out with fucking Tom Cantwell. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. So we're going to move away from football and turn into Love Island. How did your date go, Billy? Was it a yes or a dumping?
No, I postponed it because it was the same day as Dave passed. I wasn't really in the mood for going out and drinking and socialising and all that carry on.
Yeah, and you're going to rearrange it though, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Good man. Because you know what Dave will say.
Oh, absolutely.
Give yourself a fucking slap.
Well, I hope he wouldn't say that, but
He would.
He wouldn't swear. He wouldn't swear,
it's
Baz,
true.
but he'd probably
It's true.
punch him in the arm or, throw an archery
yeah,
weapon at him or something.
we were speaking today, so yeah, it's all good for some time over the weekend to go and have a drink or whatever.
Good. And she also commented that no wonder why you cancelled the date because you were talking to Carly Booth.
Yeah, she did say that.
Don't
Yeah,
say that.
but that was because of
No,
Annie's.
she said that to him.
Baz.
She said that to him.
Only because of Annie's
Well, she
fucking
got
Instagram
outed.
post.
Yeah, he got
Billy,
outed.
I have to commend you. That was the best golf show I've ever sat and watched, by the way. It was
I wonder what
brilliant.
that was.
Me too.
I can imagine a few boxes of tissues when they're missing where we used to then.
Barry,
The
that's
only
so
reason why
disgraceful, that,
she
I'm
commented
sorry.
on the thing was because she saw Annie's post on Instagram
Oh,
and she connected the word that Annie put in that it should have said channel but said Fanny instead.
bloody adolescence.
Honest to God, Paul, I will show the picture. He didn't proofread what he wrote, and it kind of auto-corrected from channel to Fanny. So it said, "Come and look on the World of Sport, Fanny, presented by Billy Joe."
This is what I
I just hope she didn't see it. I just hope she didn't see it.
I don't think she would have seen her.
Hopefully, Carly didn't see it, but
She won't. Not on our Instagram account.
the woman that I was supposed to check out for a date didn't. She had no
my
India
God.
console.
It was brilliant.
Jesus Christ.
No more interviews out of her.
Yeah. Oh, she was lovely though. To be fair, very down to earth young lady who's
I learned a lot about golf. I did.
good.
I bet you did.
I bet you were swinging your club in your front room, weren't you?
Yeah. This has gone south very quickly, hasn't it?
I was coming onto a transfer show.
I know. Can you believe it? Right. I can't keep up with the comments now. I've lost the will.
Bill, you're a stud.
Absolutely
You really are.
So, to be fair, that was. Fuck's sake.
Oh, dear.
So Topper's a very good friend of mine who was on the show with Billy, and that was his debut doing it. And he's a lovely lad, and he's going to be doing it every week now with Billy. And he's a scratch golfer, so he knows what he's talking about. He's very, very good. While we're halfway through the show, very quickly, scratch basically means your handicap is 0, so you're a very good golfer. Is the best way to put it.
What handicap as you're in full health?
Yeah.
What the hell?
But
So because I've got blue badges, does that mean I'm a better golfer?
No, it means you're a crap one.
Right. Well, I'm crap.
I'll talk you through handicap another day, Paul, about what it actually means.
I'll do that when I'm suffering insomnia, Baz, and you can give us a ring.
Yes, that's a good idea. Right, I'll do the shameless plug-in because we're halfway through the show. Please hit the subscribe button if you're not new to the channel and you're watching for the first time and you're enjoying the what should be a transfer rumour show, but it's turned a little bit south. And we've got a membership option for 99p. I've got a great announcement on Saturday of what kind of prizes we're going to be giving away. It's a great partnership with a charity that we're going to be doing. So you pay the channel money, we're going to put the money back into prizes, and then you can win a prize. And we'll put as much as we can back into it, but the running costs have obviously got to be paid for as well. And please also check out Paul's channel, of course, the Toon Review, which probably 172 people are watching. You probably already subscribed to his channel anyway, because he's absolutely flying. He's over 7K, and I like to nick his people to come and watch my show instead. So there you go.
That's what a partnership of channels is all about. Baz.
Exactly. And Paul has greatly accepted a role on a Monday afternoon when the F1 season starts up, he's going to be hosting an F1 show for us, which is absolutely amazing alongside Tom. They'll have great crack because they both know their stuff, proper petrol heads. I haven't got a fucking clue about it because I don't like watching cars going around the track 66 times on the same lap, but these guys love it and will talk you through it because they, you know.
That's way to promote the Formula One show,
Yeah.
Baz.
I hate it, but I just let them do it. Yeah.
Well, I've never seen it before, Baz, and you did not sell it to me at all. I now have less interest.
It's just about a load of cars going around the track 67 times.
Exactly.
Just go and watch the road.
I'm not bothered.
Traffic go by.
Just go and stand on the motorway bridge. Don't watch the show. Just go and stand over the A1. No bother.
The difference is the tactics and all that sort of stuff. I understand. I mean, I watched you, Paul. You did a few for me on Channel 69 News, which you don't do anymore, where you did your little 5-10 minute news show on it, and I actually got into it a little bit listening to what you were saying. I still didn't watch the actual F1 though, but I knew who won, and I enjoyed listening to how it all happened in 5 minutes rather than watching it for 4 hours. So
have you ever thought about becoming a motivational speaker?
Not for F1, no.
We need to take him off the advertising team because I just think he's putting it.
Someone take
reevaluate position.
Yeah. Before you go on, Julie keeps saying about a dog. Can I have a dog in the? Before you go, can we see your dog? What's that all about?
Would that be
Who's
mine?
got a dog? Oh, yeah,
That'd be
Julie
my
got a dog. Haven't you?
Yeah.
Did something happen with it? Yeah, but something happened on the Gallagher Girls show with a dog as well.
Oh, that wasn't my dog. I was there.
You had to bring that up, didn't you?
Well, no, because I'd seen Julie going on about it, and
that's what I was laughing. You know, when you said to me, I was left on the screen laughing, thinking the show had ended. I was
when you had a Sinclair,
because a dog jumped up on the couch, and I was laughing at it because it was a little dog.
Was that when you left the show running for 20 odd minutes?
I didn't leave it running. StreamYard left it running.
What day are your shows? Because I'm looking for a move.
Oh God!
If Beyond would be on 10,000 subscribers, if
I know.
if Barry wasn't doing the
advertising. If there was a Sinclair trophy, Baz would be holding it right now. It's hilarious. I was up at Susan's, right, and I watched the end of the show at Susan's, and then I came home, and then I switched it back on again because when I switched YouTube on, it was still showing us live. So I thought the show had ended. So by the time I got home, it was still live. Just nothing there, and everybody's putting in the comments saying what's going on.
I honestly, I'm pressed the end
stayed
button.
there and sat and waited.
I know, that's how popular we are now.
Of course, exactly.
But I literally pressed the end button twice. The thumbs up and thumbs down came up, which means the show's ended. And I just assumed it was ended, but obviously some software glitch went on somewhere and it just kept the show live. I didn't even realize. And I'm sitting on my couch next to the missus, having a little chat, and Paul's like, "Paul, Barry, you still live?" I'm like, "What? What the for fuck's sake?" So I had to jump on the phone, quickly get into it, and end the show as quickly as I could.
See how long you went.
That was highlight of the year already.
To be fair, if he hadn't have told me, I would have been in bed and it would have been left all night. People would just be going on to a black screen. So, right. Coutinho, Richard's going to kill me for putting this one up because he thinks he's going. Yeah, he's going to Villa. So the information I got at 8 o'clock was only 2 clubs are serious about signing Philip Coutinho. NUFC is one of them. Player to make his mind up soon. So it's between Newcastle and Villa. Obviously, Rich has already announced on his show that it looks like he's going to be signing for them. Which is kudos to Villa for snapping him up. Obviously, maybe the Villa, the Gerrard connection with Liverpool when he played for him it might have swung it. But I'm still holding out, Richard, because we're the richest club in the world and we can just go, there's another 10 grand. See you later. So,
yeah,
so great stats, as you can see. I'll just quickly go through the pictures, Rich, and then I'll bring you in straight away because you've obviously got the inside scoop on him. He's a creativity midfielder. He always looks forward. He plays the ball out to the right, a bit more to the left. Very rarely goes back. His passing success rate, 85%, is huge. It's someone I admire and would love to have. I mean, look at those goals, chances created, and shots on target in 90 minutes, 12%, 11%, 14%. It's one of the highest I've seen out of any midfielders we've covered on this show. So for me, he's a massive yes if we can somehow pull it off. But Richard, you were saying on your shoulders of, it looks like he's done and dusted at Villa.
Yeah, my source, which is reggae, said that it's looking like an 18-month loan, because there was some sort of haggling between the obligation to buy and the option to buy. That Villa wanted the option to buy, they wanted the obligation to buy, and then there was around sort of wages to deal with in terms of what percentage was going to be paid. So I think the best agreement for both parties is that it was an 18-month loan deal, and it looks like they're all negotiating parties are involved in getting the operation carried out, as this is like Spanish to English translation. Barca will be interested in everything being resolved within the next few hours, because they want to register Ferran Torres immediately. It could be done in a matter of hours, but as we all know, it's not done till they're holding that shirt. So
yeah,
you never know.
Can you afford his wages? Because that's been the question a lot of people have asked today is about the wages.
I don't know whether there's something to do with, like, Barcelona paying a portion of it within the 18-month loan, and that's kind of the agreement that they've come up with, rather than it being the 6-month and then buying him on his wages. It might be like, we've agreed to pay 70% of them for 18 months as opposed to nothing for 6 months and then just taking it all on. I'm not sure, but that's the latest that I've heard. But like I say, you guys could stump us up on wages, but then his preference, I've heard, is to play under Steven Gerrard at Villa. So I don't know. It's probably something like 80%, I would say, but there's always that little chance, that something could fall through and you guys could sneak in at the far post.
We all hope so. We used to think we do when we get talking about it. Very quickly though, Paul Santiago Munez, isn't he injured?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he'll not be fit till February, I think.
Yeah, there we go. He's out of it.
If he actually exists.
If he actually exists, no one's actually really seen him, have they? So, Jade, I'll come to you first on Coutinho, because obviously you're a big Barcelona fan. He doesn't really get to play out there, which is...
Don't chat. Wait, firstly, no, I'm not.
You are.
And if you say that again, I will quit your show. Right, do not disrespect me like that. Right?
You do.
Quality.
No, I am not a Barcelona fan.
Sorry, you're...
Right? I love Atletico Madrid.
Oh, yeah, God damn, sorry.
See, even I knew that,
Very tired. Very tired. It's been a long day.
Billy knows, because Billy pays attention.
Damn it. It's been a long day.
I really like Coutinho. I think he's a stunning player. Financially, yes, we could wipe Villa off the park. We could wipe anyone off the park. However, I think he's going to Villa for that connection with Gerrard. So I wouldn't be looking into this one at all, to be honest. I think that's where he's going. Him and Gerrard have that bond. I think he's going to Villa. It's be funny watching him play for Villa, to be honest, because I think it's going to be awful for him. It's going to be a train wreck, but, good luck to everyone.
Shots fired. Come on, Billy, what about you?
Come on, it's Villa. You're not known for players like that, are you? Let's be fair. You're not known for...
that's unfair.
Mad flair.
York?
Yeah, not known for flair. That's not flair.
We've had Grealish for like 10 years.
Who spends 90 minutes on the floor?
Oh, come
and
on!
You walked into that one, Richard.
We're not, and he's not. You can't compare those two. He's not a flair midfielder. You don't look at him and think, oh wow, yeah, him, what a star. You think, oh yes, Grealish.
Well,
good luck to him. In all fairness, good luck to him. And I
thought Coutinho at Liverpool, fantastic player, but since then he's not done an awful lot.
His stats are actually pretty on par.
Are they?
Yeah. If you look into it, his stats are they are.
2018, he's played 99 times. And before that, the 5 years before that, 152. So they're not far different.
Yeah, and he's actually played less minutes. So if you balance that out, he is still pretty in form. But I think he goes to Villa.
He's had two pretty serious. He's had two pretty serious knee injuries as well since he left Liverpool.
Yeah, fantastic player at Liverpool, really was.
Yeah,
and he'd be a great signing for anyone. And yeah, good luck to him. He goes to Villa because, like you say, the Gerrard thing must be a pull for him. And let's be honest, Villa ain't paupers. We're making out as if they're paupers. They're not fucking paupers at all. They've got the third richest owners or fourth richest owners in the league. So makes a lot of sense, really.
Brilliant. Paul?
Yes, from me, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yes.
I do worry a bit about the fact he hasn't played a lot of football and his knee injuries, but come on. I mean, Jesus Christ, Jeff Hendrick to Coutinho. I mean, Jesus, it's like we've suddenly just won the lottery, man. We're going from sort of shopping in pound stretcher to looking at these world-class players. It's a yes. I can't say no to Coutinho. Jesus.
Anybody would take him, wouldn't they? Let's be honest.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's just that creativity that we need, really, isn't he? I know Maxi is our flair player at times, but the vision that Coutinho has is a second to none to what Maxi's got. His passing range,
free kicks
as well. Yeah, he's finishing.
But it's better in every way.
Yeah. There's a good one. As a Rovers fan, do you think Brendan Diaz is on your shopping list? We're second in the league and going great. Would be a massive major blow to lose him this month. Shearer is the king at Ewood. Yes, he wasn't he, Shearer? But Diaz, again, we spoke very briefly about him at the start of the show. I think it'll be a risk getting a championship striker in. Obviously, I know he scored 20 goals in the calendar year equaling Shearer's record, but I just think it's a risk. I really do. What do you think, Jade? Is he worth a shot or not?
I don't think he's on our shopping list. I don't think he's on our shopping list. I don't think Rovers would want to sell him. I mean, like you said, you're sat second in the league. You're flying at the moment. He's banging in goals for you with a real chance of automatic promotion here. Yeah. Why would you give that up? Surely that's worth more. Right now.
Why would he want to leave as well? Because he's playing so well, isn't he?
The club are in momentum. He's in momentum. It's just working at the minute. So for me, I can't see it.
Because I mean, he could get Premier League football if they finish in the top two anyway next season.
That's it.
So why take the risk? A bit like Ivan Toney
finish the season, see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll leave Paul because he's on his phone. Billy?
Yeah, there's just been some trolling, mate. Some trolling
on
me show, apparently.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's not going to come, is he? But I would take him as an understudy again. He's too much of a risk to come straight in and score goals in the Premiership. Mm-hmm. But this kid had the world at his feet when he was 18, 19. He was playing in World Cup winning sides for under 18s and 19s alongside Calvert-Lewin, and actually looked a better player than Calvert-Lewin in them tournaments. Went a bit stale from at Forest. Then he changed his name to Diaz, and he's become a world beater again.
Yeah,
I think he would have gone. He eventually would have played for England. I'm sure he would have.
Brilliant. The first F1 show will be a week before the season starts, mate. We were going to do one on Dubai, but it's gone now, so there's no point in talking about it.
It hasn't gone in my head. That will be on the first show.
There you are, then. Richard, do you think it's a risk for Newcastle to take Diaz, or do you think it would be a shrewd signing? We're talking about finding a gem in the Championship. He is firing on all cylinders.
I think it'd be a good signing, but for you guys in the summer again, I think
right.
I already agree. I agree with Jade and Billy. There's not much. I actually agree with you, Jade. There's not. I'm scared not to.
Wow.
I'm scared not to.
Brilliant.
But yeah,
the show's gone madness now. Turn it off.
I think, yeah, he's scored a lot of goals the first half of this season. See how he gets on for the second half of this season, and then for him or for you guys, yes, maybe his price goes up, but then you also got more of a pedigree of a player that's done well for a full season, and then he might have more options for players to come to, but you can stump teams for wages, and then you've got a better player on your hands rather than, again, yes, he scored goals in the Championship, you're bringing him in and you're saying, right, you're going to have to hit the ground running straight away in the Premier League, and it's a big risk.
Paul, do you think it's a risk or not?
I quite like him, if I'm honest. From what I've seen at Blackburn this season, I think he's a really good finisher. Oh my God, Brian, man. I think he's a really good finisher. I think he's somebody that could put the ball in the net for us. But again, there's the risk element of it, of coming from the Championship. But then again, we always say about bringing guys in, giving opportunities to people from the lower leagues. But I guess we're not in a position to do that at the minute. Had we been mid-table, then yeah, but again, like Origi, probably bring him in, but not as the marquee striker signing.
Yeah.
But he's certainly there as an option for when we need him, because we know that Eddie Howe sometimes likes to play two up front.
Yeah.
He could be that guy. Yeah, there's a risk, but I think not as the marquee signing, but I wouldn't say no.
So the thing is, we're linked with Diaz and Origi. Which one would you take between them? Or would you have to have them both?
Ooh. I'd probably go to Diaz, probably.
I'd probably say Diaz. You're signing a player who's got like 20 goals already this season.
He's on form. His confidence will be sky high as well.
Yeah. Jade, do you agree?
I would go for Diaz over Origi.
Twice, Richard.
I would go for Diaz, yeah. Purely for my points on Origi earlier. The mentality there, I find it really shocking. So no, I'd go for a player who's up, firing, and one for the future as well. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Billy?
We can't have a third time though, Richard. All right, this has to end.
Okay, yeah, that's it. We've got to fall out in a second.
We're on a hat trick.
Yeah, I'll take Brereton Diaz ahead of Origi every day of the week.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Truls, I don't know if you heard Richard. Richard came out with what was going to be happening with Coutinho. A loan deal for a year and a half with sharing the wages with Barcelona. And
then Newcastle skip in at the last second and pinch him.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully. Oh, God, there's too many comments again. Right. We're nearing the end of the players, and then we'll get to the comments and talk about everyone. So Aaron Ramsey, apparently his agent is talking to us tomorrow about a loan move. So this, again, will be 6 months to an option to buy. Personally, I think it's a great idea, but I'll get you guys to come in on it soon. So far this season, 22 matches, 2 goals, 4 assists. It's not too bad. Obviously, he's a class player in his day. He is getting on a little bit. But you can see from I've done that again, haven't I? I'm missing Sinclair all the time here with these. Right, there we go. So his passing success rate, 87%. He's fantastic on the ball. He can dribble as well. If you look at his chart, where he likes to pass the ball. I like to do this with midfielders where they like to play the ball, because we always want to see the ball going forward, not backwards, because we're bored of seeing it played back to Dubravka and nothing comes of anything. So he does like to spread the options out, left, right, forward, a little bit back when he has to. His dartboard for chances created is very good. And his short passes very good as well. But then again, his little graph on the right-hand side, shots on target, passes and recoveries, it's not as good as I thought it would be. I've seen better on other players. So, still though, we're getting a class player if we do get him. I think he is our next signing. If I'm going to put my neck on the line, if we are waiting for someone else to come through the door to announce with Trippier, he's the easiest signing to get done. Paul, do you agree with that? I think we mentioned this on the show in the afternoon about Ramsey as well. We think he's the next one through the door, don't we?
Yeah, we know he's in the country. And funny enough, he came up on my show tonight at just about. It seems strange that they're saying he's in the country and nobody's got a photo of him anywhere. So either he flew in a few days ago and he's hiding in a hotel in Jesmond and just
check the hospitals up.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great sign to me. I think Aaron Ramsey's a brilliant player. I know he's had his injuries, but the footballers that tend to be sort of towards the 30s. Yeah, they've had injuries. They will have injuries, but. Why is Jade shaking her head?
I'm shaking my head at the comment.
Oh,
not that comment, the prior one.
Sorry, you're scaring the crap out of me there.
Paul, you may continue.
Thank you. I think, I think it'd be great in midfield. I do, and I think again, some of the younger guys can learn a lot from him as well. Listen, if it's a loan deal for the rest of the season, and then with an option to buy at the end of it, then there's nothing to lose on him. To be honest.
I agree.
I think he'd be a great signing.
Paul, would you take Coutinho or Conor Cody? Oh, it's got Conor Cody all day, isn't it?
Yep.
With our back line. And it's just obviously trying to have a go at Paul because he's always saying Conor Cody, 1 at the back, 9 up front.
Yep. Listen, I'm coming to the conclusion that Cody's not coming. I will mourn as the clock strikes 11 on transfer deadline day. I will mourn the fact that we don't have Cody, but until then, I stay, just in the hope.
Brilliant. Brian Johnson, thank you very much for coming a member at 99p, and you'll be entered into those excellent prize draws that we will start announcing on Saturday. So thank you very much. We've got 20 now, so we're 80 away from 100 when we actually start drawing them. But we're going to say on Saturday what it was. So Richard announced we had 50. I was like, I wish we had bloody 50.
Did you hear? I just kept seeing them coming in. I was like, we must be nearly there now. We must be.
John came out with the belt of the night. I have to tell you, right? He said, to become a member, it's only 99 pence. So he said, what's that? It's only going to cost you a tenner for the year.
It's £11.88.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I got £10 on Botman to sign soon. How are the lads? Let's hope so. Bring back, oh God, Titus Bramble. Yeah, he was a disaster waiting to happen. Right, I think we're up to there. We've done Paul first. Jade, what about you?
Yeah, we'd take Ramsey. I think he's quality. Yeah. Obviously, Juventus hasn't worked out for him for X, Y, and Z amount of reasons. You won't know. But we know that he can hack it in the Premier League because he did it for so long with Arsenal. I am still holding out for Donny van der Beek.
Yes, I would love him.
I would really, really like him, to be honest, as a centre midfielder. But I definitely would not say no to Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, I agree. Billy?
Not for me. Never been a fan.
Billy.
It changes too much. You take him on a 6 minutes loan, he could spend half that time on the treatment table.
We got anything to lose taking him on loan, though?
Yeah, but we want players to come in and improve the team. If he's not playing, he's not improving the team, is he?
So we're going to go for Donny van der Beek then, Billy?
Absolutely. I'd take Donny van der Beek all day long. And Aaron Ramsey is probably better than most of our midfield, but it's a low bar to jump above, isn't it? Let's be honest.
True.
I'm not asking much, yeah.
Joe Linton and Shelvey. I'd put Shelvey on just behind him. I'd put Joe Linton ahead of him at the moment. But the likes of Hendrick, Longstaff and them kind of players. He's above those, obviously, but he's too injury prone. You can't guarantee.
We want to ship those players out, don't we? So then you need squad players in, don't you?
We haven't had any bids from, have we? I don't think anyone's going to
Well, we've had a bid for Sean Longstaff from Everton, but it was a ridiculous bid.
£1 million quid, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then the update to 4.6, but we were asking for 5. It's one to keep an eye on because Eddie Howe will decide whether that player's future lies with Newcastle.
That just says how much of a downfall he's had, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Linked to Man United a few years ago for 50 million, and now linked with Everton for 5. I mean,
apparently people have been looking for Aaron Ramsey, because apparently he's in the country. I suggest they check the doctors' surgeries and hospitals and places like that.
Oh, Billy, stop it!
Or even the vets.
Even the vets. Jesus, this isn't a gangster movie, mate.
So
we're not in America.
I think we can get better than Ramsey, I'll be honest. But obviously, no problem coming in.
Richard, what do you think? Being an outsider looking in,
I think it'd be a good player for you guys. I really do. I think. I mean, I can only talk about when he plays for Wales, and he's always brilliant for Wales.
Yeah.
He makes runs beyond the strikers, gets into the box, makes great runs into the box, scores goals, clever passer. And you look at that chances created stat on diagram on your wonderful graphics, Baz. Yeah. And you guys need as many chances created. You need to, obviously Sir Maximin creates stuff for you, but that's an area where you guys have struggled. So if you get that Ramsey, and you can, I know the challenge is keeping him fit, but if you get that Ramsey, you've got a hell of a player.
Yeah,
it's wages. It's wages as well as it could be an issue because I'm sure isn't he on 300 grand a week as well at Juventus?
350, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he knows he'd have to take a pay cut, and if he wants to play football, and he wants to be back in England, he's going to have to, isn't he? Because I don't think our owners are that stupid to offer him that much, especially with his injury.
Have you heard the links to Gareth Bale tonight?
I did hear it was just before we came on, but I don't know if they're true or not. Because I've not heard anything yet.
Players made of glass.
I know. Sorry. Thanks, Christian. And obviously, subscribing to both channels, hopefully there, I think. I'll trying to read it. Let's have a look. Even everyone can't wait for Paul's F1 rant.
Gonna watch it just for that.
It will be a good rant. You
you
don't
do.
rant my arse. Coutinho scored a belter when Amanda was in the stand for the first time and Joselu jammed equaliser. Remember that? I remember that game. I was there in the Gallagher end, and Coutinho scored an absolute peach, and then Joselu ran through.
Didn't give his shin or something, didn't it?
No, defender slide tackled him, hit the ball off his leg, and it went in, and then he went off and celebrated like he scored a worldie.
Lucky Messi,
It was absolutely fantastic. I couldn't stop laughing that day, me. Like I saw it even from the far end. I could see what happened, and I was just laughing in my seat.
It was slow motion with Joselu, though, wasn't it? I mean, Jesus Christ, that man could sprint, not.
But my eyesight's actually pretty good, and some of the guys at Gallagher, I'm like, "What are you laughing at?" I went, "Do you not realise what's just happened there? He's gone off like he's scored a worldie by dinking it over the keeper, and it's actually the defender that's hit the ball off him, and it's just looped in." They all just started laughing. It was brilliant. 250 watching, guys. Thank you very much. It's the most we've ever had on this channel in one go. If you're enjoying the content and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button to help us grow. And like Brian's done tonight, there's a 99p membership. That's all it'll ever be. We don't want to put it any higher than that. The perks will be exactly the same if anyone wants to pay higher, if we do put the higher memberships out. But 99p, and that will go to the channel and also some to charity in a way of prizes for then you to win something. So it's a great idea if you want to do it. And of course, please don't forget Paul's channel, The Tomb Review, smashing it at the moment. Great content nearly every day. And he's got a membership option on there as well. So please do that. We've got a great partnership going. We're very good friends. And we both want to be successful in this little game that we're playing. Well, hobby, as I like to call it. Let's have a look at I think I've got one more player. And this one was a bit of a thrown at me at the last minute. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, Paul, because you know what I'm like with him. There we go. So apparently Lucas doesn't want the move to Newcastle from Everton. And if this is the case, this is who we're going for. Bit of a big difference in class, if you ask me. A lot older as well, 29 years of age, 102 matches, scored 8 goals, 13 assists, which isn't bad, really, is it? 60% success rate for tackling for a left back is good as well. His graph is he's very rounded, according to that. Not very physical, but he gets down the line. As you can see, 26% for crosses. His dribbling's 59%. It's not bad, but his passing is 84%. So that's not bad for a left back for a success rate in a game. His tackles are 61%, which is normally above average for a left back. So, and again, we're talking about quality players now. If you look at the left back of Max Aarons' figures compared to this guy's, I mean, look at that. Recovery 6%, clearances 9%, and 10% tackles 1%. They were like 4% and 5% for like half of them for Max Aarons. So it tells you that we're in for a good player according to the stats. I don't know too much of him, to be completely honest with you, Jay. Do you know much about him?
It's not one that I'm massively aware of. I have watched a lot of him. I've seen him in a couple of games.
Yeah.
But on paper, it reads well. But that's all it is to me is paper. I don't know an awful lot about him. I'd have to probably look him up a bit more, but it's not one that I can massively comment on. Going off that, it's him. You'd pick him over Aarons, but I can't comment too much because, like I said, I don't know too much about the guy.
Yeah, I'm the same. Billy, do you know much about him?
Yeah, the very first rumour mill, he was the man I said I wanted as a left back.
He was, yeah.
Never stops running. Absolute non-stop engine. One of the best engines I've ever seen of a footballer. Quick, tough tackler, and he's a good footballer. If you're at Ajax for 4 years, they don't have monks there. You've got to be able to play football.
This is true.
It'd be a great signing, an absolute superb signing, and I'd actually take him ahead of Dina.
I would as well. Yeah,
go on,
totally
Paul.
agree with Billy. Well, Luke mentioned him on my show tonight. He's commented there, and he's talking about my show tonight. He's class. Like Billy said, he's a brilliant tackler, and he does not stop running. He's got an engine on him, and if like Billy says, if it was a choice between Luca Dean and him, it would be him every time, because he offers so much more. And let's get it right. We haven't had somebody that can bomb down the left, defend, and cross a ball for God knows how long. I mean, Dummett could defend, but he couldn't cross to save his life. But this guy, he's got everything, absolutely everything. So for me, 100%.
Yeah. Richard, have you heard of him? Obviously playing for Ajax, you know he's going to be a decent player. He's going to be comfortable on the ball, as all Ajax players are.
Yeah, I actually featured him on my show just before yours, because I
did hear his name.
He was heavily linked to Villa. Fabrizio Romano had linked him to Villa a couple of days ago. But yeah, so I think we had made inquiries about him, because we need a left back with obviously Matt Target currently at left back for us. Whether people think he's a good defender or not, we certainly need cover in that area. Argentinian international, so obviously got the links with Buendia and Emi Martinez. But I actually think you guys are going to get him. I think Villa have turned their attentions to Aaron Hickey, young Scottish left back playing for Bologna.
What's the funny about that, Baz?
It's my best mate. He's the one I went to the wedding for.
I thought you were laughing at Hickey.
No, I'm laughing at my best mate. He's got to walk his two dogs in the rain, and he's got a new boxer that's not too old, and he's absolutely wild. So good luck, Glenn. Sorry, Richard. Carry on.
Yeah, so I think you guys will get him, but by all accounts, he's a very, very, very good player. And like you guys have said, you don't play for Ajax in Champions League and play for Argentina if you're not a decent player. So yeah, I think you'll have a good player on your hand, and someone who played European football, is at an age where he can come in and do a job straight away. So yeah, your fullbacks there, if you got him, Trippier and Tagliafico would be fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Just a shame about the centre halves at the minute. You just have to keep the ball away from the in the centre. Just keep it wide.
Thanks, Thomas. I like it. I'm surprised you didn't say £6.10, to be fair.
Oh, nick off, man. I've had enough of that on my channel, man. For Christ's sake. It's Billy's fault.
I know. Thank you very much for being a member there. I really do appreciate. He's had some good comments in tonight, to be fair. He was watching the show earlier, wasn't he? That one we did this afternoon, he put in some good comments then as well. Right. So that's the end of all the players when it comes to stats. But I got some information about Botman. So apparently we've cooled the interest on him, but we're doing it as a scare tactic. So we're cooling the interest off them to try and get Lille to kind of come running back a little bit and say, well, no one wants to pay the wages, no one wants to pay the fee, but you guys have put in a bid that nobody else is hit. So we're trying a bit of a, well, if you're going to try and price us out of the deal, we're just going to step away from it and look at other targets. But if you come back and say we can have them for 40 million, we'll take them off your hands, sort of situation. Is that a dangerous tactic, Paul, or is that just us trying to play hardball because clubs are trying to take the piss out of us, basically?
Well, to be honest, it's quite nice to see us playing hardball, I think, because just proving that we're not going to be pushed around, we're not going to be taken for granted. And yeah, everybody knows how much money we've got, but like we said earlier, Barry, that they seem very astute as to not being bullied around and saying, right, well, just because you've got this much money, we're gonna bump the prices up. I think Leo will back down on the end. It's up to Botman at the end of the day, isn't it? I mean, rumor has it that he said he doesn't want to come and play for us. If that's the case, then certainly move on. I still don't know that German guy's name. I can't. Who we've been John
Nickel or something.
I heard his name.
Maybe have a look at him. It's just there's a long way to go in the transfer window, and I think there's a lot of games going to be played by a lot of people involved in the transfer. So for me, I'm glad they're doing that. It just proves that they won't be pushed around by anybody.
Yeah, personally, I think it's a great idea. We said that on your earlier show as well, didn't we? That we don't want to be treated like mugs. We want to, we want a fair deal. But we will pay a little bit extra if we need to, but we don't want to be having our eyes ripped out for the sake of it. Annie's thrown a little bit of information our way about Diaz. He has 18 months left on his contract, but Rovers have an option to extend it for a further year, reportedly. So technically he's got 2 and a bit years on his contract left. So it'll be probably a decent price to prize him away from Rovers. If he's...
Well, the Venkies have said they don't want to sell him because obviously they're in a automatic promotion place at the minute. They've had a hell of a season.
Yeah.
So, I don't think the Diaz thing will happen, to be honest. I think it's pie in the sky.
Yeah, I think you could be right. So apparently some information about the starting lineup on Saturday already coming in. Dwight Gale, Matty Longstaff, Freddie Woodman should all be starting on Saturday. I thought Darlow would have played in goal, but
I think that spells the end for Darlow, me, if he's not playing Saturday.
That means Darlow's on his way out.
Yeah.
I think Gale has to start because we don't have another striker. I think that was quite an easy assumption to say he was playing up front. But Matty Longstaff as well, I think he's been given a chance to prove himself. Both the Longstaffs have only got 6 months left on the contract. And if they don't show that they're good enough to be at the club, they will be moved on. But we mentioned it in the afternoon, didn't we, Paul, that Sean Longstaff is in deep contract talks with Everton. And there's a very good chance he could be off there. So
I think the move would be good for Sean Longstaff.
I do.
I think he's just declining so much at Newcastle. Maybe if he went to somewhere like Everton and worked with Rafa again, he could get back to that kind of player that he was for Rafa, and it could kickstart his career again, which would be great for him. I just think he'll not get things won't change from at Newcastle, because we'll be bringing bigger and better players in, and it's an opportunity. I would see it as an opportunity for him.
I do as well. So the little bit of information from the guys, what it says, it appears over the last week our agents have been super busy. They have talked to a shitload of clubs, his words, and options are available. We have bids on tables, prices for players. Now over to Eddie to decide. Fully expect fast movements from Sunday for the next week. So that's exciting to hear.
Gotta wait till Sunday.
Sunday into the next week, yeah.
Man.
Let's get the game out the way, Jaden. Let's just go for it.
How many hours I've spent on Twitter the last 3 days?
I know,
no, I've got vibration white finger from bloody refreshing it all day.
I'm surprised, when you get told to take a break from certain games and, to have a cool down period. I'm surprised my phone hasn't told me to do that because I'm sat continuously watching or staring at it, refreshing, looking at different pages, and I can't wait.
We still do that because the Ramsey deal is close, apparently. So that's it should be tomorrow. We should know what Ramsey's doing. And we also should know what Philip Coutinho is doing by tomorrow as well. So there is those two deals. But then going into next week, there's obviously other irons in the fire that we'll hear about. What about Nikita at Arsenal? Apparently he's been discussed as a loan as well. I can't pronounce his name.
Nikita.
I'll never know.
Elton John sang about Nikita, man.
That's Arsenal.
Anything about her, I don't know.
Piss off.
Nikita.
That's how it looks to me. When you're dyslexic, that's how the word looks to me.
I know, but you've heard his name a million times.
But I forget those things, man. I'm getting old, It's been discussed, might happen as early as next week on loan. 6 months, would actually Arsenal let him go?
Doubt it. I think he's going to be playing for them once Aubameyang goes. Quite a lot of game time. And again, he's another one that, to me, wouldn't be one you'd want going straight in the deep end, trying to score 15 goals for the end of the season.
It's another Origi Diaz.
They like their youth as well.
Yeah, it's another Origi, Brereton, Diaz type. To me, we don't need strikers. But one of them maybe, but not three. We need a bloke to come straight in the side and score 10, 15 goals. And
didn't he go to Leeds on loan?
He was on Leeds,
He did. I don't know. I don't know how much the Arsenal fans even rate him, to be honest.
He's definitely improved this season, Rich. Definitely, what I've seen of him. A couple of games I've seen him, he looked pretty good. One of them, of course, against Sunderland. So
he's come on and done okay in certain games, but obviously they're moving with. They need another striker, but they're playing with Lacazette and what's the Brazilian kid's name? Martinelli. Yeah.
He looks very good, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's flying at the
minute. Having a stunning season.
Yeah, he's flying. He's a goal scorer. He's a fox in the box, so to speak. I don't know. I'm not sure if
he's an Ian Wright type, isn't he? More than
yeah.
You know, he's got nice little flicks, and the goal he scored against Sunderland, the little flick for a superb goal. Any goal against them, a superb
I think
goal.
if you get someone like Ramsey and keep creating chances, it'd be great for you because balls drop in the box. Like Billy says there, if you're putting players through one-on-one, he's a very cool finisher.
Yeah.
But he's not gonna like win headers, and he's not gonna create chances by himself up front on his own or whatever. He's not gonna do that for you.
Yeah. That's why you need the players around him like Coutinho and ASM and people like that. This is a good one. I've heard Harry Kane.
Stop saying Coutinho.
Wow, I want Coutinho.
The more times you say it, is that what it is? The more
Coutinho.
times you say it, yeah.
Yes. It's like you're saying 3 times and he appears. So apparently Gary's heard Harry Kane that Man City is interested and Messi is for NFC where the money is, but I can't see it. I can't see that ever happening. I mean, I would love to see Messi in a black and white
Well, it's
shirt.
funny because Harry Kane was on my show earlier on. He put a comment in saying he wanted to know about. I can't remember what his comment was, but he put something like Newcastle for life at the end. So he was
looking at a house in Ellswick Street pool, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But he called himself his Sunday name as well. He called himself Harold again.
Newcastle.
Looking for new houses on Elswick Road. Interesting.
Salu's not on my list, but he's a centre back we've talked about a lot, isn't he?
Who?
Salou
is a holiday destination in Spain, Baz.
Oh, here we go, man. How would you pronounce his name, Paul?
It's Sule.
Sule, but that's not Sule. Look, it's Salou. It's Salih.
Salou. I used to go there on holiday, man.
So I know who made that comment, right? And Baz, the way that you said it, I can hear her upstairs laughing at you.
Can you?
I'm so sorry.
Brilliant.
I can hear that, and then I can hear her giggling at you. And I'm like...
Hey, that's what we're here for. It's a comedy show as well.
Hey?
Is Nino in your house then?
She is, yes.
Bloody
terrible. Terrible. I'm getting picked on tonight. Rightly so as well, to be fair. But yeah, he's a yes from everyone, isn't he?
Sula, yeah.
100%.
Are we asking? Yes.
100%.
Of course I'm asking. Let's have a look to see if there's anything else. Fantastic show. Yep, everyone's took the piss out of us. Thank you very much. I got to be honest, I have no clue what 95% of any player linked to us. We know a little bit, but we make out we know more than what we actually know.
Speak for yourself.
Well, yeah. I mean, Billy's obviously a legend. That's why
I just say my opinion. I don't really care about it else.
Exactly.
I've never noticed, Jade. Never noticed.
No.
Get a buyback clause on Longstaff. I wouldn't do that, would you?
Nah,
I mean,
no.
If he's
As
going
long
to
as
make
about 20p.
Yeah. Definitely. Good move for Longstaff. Definitely to Everton is definitely a good move for him.
I think it's a good move
hello.
for him too.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce that.
Please don't.
That move
Please
is...
do.
Yeah, it's should be coming through the roof if I try and pronounce that one.
Oh god.
Coutinho, say one saying Coutinho.
You'll upset Rich.
Comment, but I don't know why. He is going to get upset. He will because
we're on all right grounds.
It was
announced.
Right?
Yeah.
There we go. Bring him in. Lacazette contract run out in the summer.
I have got a screenshot of a Villa fan's tweet about him though, just in case it goes tits up, so I can just throw it out
brilliant.
there. If not, I can delete it. But...
One of my mates, so I know, he does football kits, and he's tweeted the Coutinho on a Villa shirt already.
Oh.
There's a few people.
I tell you what, that's a bit risky of that.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't it?
I know.
Remember the bloke that had the Andy Cole tattoo the day before he left?
Yes. Yeah. What a regret that was, eh?
Brilliant. Lacazette contract running out. I can't see him leaving Arsenal the way he's been playing
he'll
recently.
stay.
Yeah,
I'd have him though.
I'll definitely have him.
in a second.
Yeah.
Could you, Max? Like Traore, right? Is this the one I'm thinking of? Wolves.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fast. No one can tackle him, but there's no point in even going near him because he hasn't got any end product. He is that bad. When I watched the Man United game, he tore them apart until he got into the final third, and he looked up and he just can't pick a pass. He just can't do it. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. to be honest with you.
He was the same in the home game against them as well. He ripped him to pieces and kind of right at the end, he just couldn't get anywhere. But...
He's done that to a lot of teams, Billy, though, hasn't he?
Really
His time at Wolves, and there's just nothing there.
Yeah, we do. Right, we don't want to go from worst defence, letting the most goals, to the best defence, not scoring goals. Yeah, this is true. The striker is a massive priority for the club. It really is. So he just joined. Has Todd Cantwell interest been? Yes, it has. I think you've taken.
Don't bring that up again.
Let's not talk about Cantwell, please.
Divides opinions.
Yeah, he does. Well,
no shit.
It's 3-2, isn't it?
What's it about him?
Oh man, brilliant. Apparently it's not for sale. Is the country for sale? Because we can buy that. We're rich.
Eddie Max.
Hey, we might as well. But if Longstaff becomes a 50 million rated player again under Rafa, all teams will be. I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, ain't going to happen.
Sell him with a percentage of like the profit of next sale. Then
he was never really rated 50 million.
You have
though,
that
was he?
fear of that, but I don't.
They haven't for nothing in 6 months, so we've got anything for him really is a bonus.
But he was never really worth 50 million, was he? That was just us being idiots.
He was not.
Saying he was better than Declan Rice. God, that really hurts now, doesn't it?
He's not even better than Annika Rice now.
What's wrong with Wijnaldum? I can pronounce
It'd be
Wijnaldum.
better than rice pudding.
Yeah. Nice try, Louis. I just want to say as well, by the way, while there's quite a lot of people watching, I am absolutely disgusted about what happened to Ian, one of our fellow podcasters who does the boxing. He was attacked in Sunderland. He had acid thrown in his face. He got punched and kicked. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why people do these sort of things, and I just want to wish Ian a speedy recovery. I know he's been messaging us and saying he's all right, but he's got a bit of a sore head and a bit of a red face. Luckily, no lasting damage. And the great news is that the police have caught the both of them, and they will be put in prison for at least 5 to 10 years, apparently.
Do you know what it is? They deserve be held up against the wall and hide acid at, to be fair.
Exactly.
If there's any justice in this world, to be fair.
Yeah.
Saying that, they're from Sunderland, Paul, it probably improved the looks.
Well, that's a good point, yeah. I agree, yeah.
But disgusting. And it's...
Oh, yeah, he did. He turned around and said it was Asprilla in the end, but it was clearly Andy Cole. There's no doubt about it.
No.
Brilliant. Surprised you haven't gone for like some Mr. Dembele. I mean, Dembele was a name that we threw around a lot on these shows between me and Paul's channel, and we all thought that it was pretty much quite close to being done, but it doesn't seem to be.
That's not the winger that plays for Barcelona, though, Baz.
Oh, is that the one in France?
One. Yeah,
right.
This is the striker for Leon.
Leon. Yeah.
So, that's a striker, though, Billy, isn't it? That's not
is he not a forward?
He's definitely a centre forward, that lad.
Yeah.
As opposed to the right winger.
Yeah.
Where did he go to Leon from? Was it Fulham? No.
Celtic, I think.
Wasn't it?
Celtic.
Yeah. There was another Dembele.
There's too many Dembeles flying around, though, isn't there?
I think he was at Fulham.
No, I know, but there was another Dembele at Fulham as well.
There was another Moussa Dembele as well, wasn't there, at Spurs?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah,
But he was Belgian, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Yeah. There's too many of them. There's loads of Dembeles just come from nowhere, didn't there? Yep, they are scum.
Too much Dembeles in this world.
Oh, it needs a song. It needs a song, Billy.
Oh, God, don't get him singing again. I'll wet myself. Seriously. That man in the top corner is a genius writing lyrics.
He is. Anyone take Dubai? How do I pronounce it?
Who?
Diaby.
It's Dubai.
Dubai is a place in the Middle East.
It should come through the roof yet. Jade. I'm trying to make her come down.
Jesus Christ! Honestly, you should write. Honestly, you should just sit for an hour and pronounce names on a video, and
that should just be a show.
Just
have you ever seen that? There is actually a YouTube video that goes on for about 10 minutes where they do the top 40 trash American names. It's actually brilliant. You should watch it.
I'm going to do the top 40 Baz trashing your name.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how you could look at that and say Dubai, though.
Diaby, whoever you want to call him. Billy has a voice of an angel. Let's change the subject. He does. No, I'm not at the Cambridge game. The missus won't let me come up because it's too much of a risk. So if I catch COVID, I won't be allowed in the,
yes,
the
you're too
delivery
close to
room on
baby.
Monday. Yeah.
I say tomato, you say toothpaste.
Oh man, Eden Hazard is a massive no for me. He's past it now in my eyes. Would you guys agree?
I'd rather go for Ishko.
Yeah. Billy?
Yeah, I agree. I'd sooner take Isco. But
Richard?
Eden Hazard about 4 years ago. Yeah, definitely. Good grief.
Yeah, definitely. Richard?
Take Ishko now. Contract's running out.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
football.
wouldn't go for him. I think
I'd
you've
have his
got,
brother.
Yeah,
I think you've got better. I think Ramsey's probably a better option, to be honest, than Hazard. So yeah, you've got better options. You know, Coutinho.
So this comes back at you now. I'm going to replay this.
Paul, unless Hazard gets on the treadmill and absolutely burns off everything, I'm saying no. He's gone to Madrid and just lost it. He's just lost it, though, hasn't he?
Well, maybe he has, or maybe he just isn't. Maybe things just aren't right in everything over there, because it seems like he's never performed for Madrid. He went from Chelsea for being an absolute genius to just Is it me, or does Cesare's picture look very scary? I mean, it looks like his prison photo. Like, look at me.
It's like his mugshot.
It looks seriously. It's look at me. I wrestle great white sharks for a living. You know. I mean, you know, Cesare, you are a gloriously beautiful man.
He's got a look at Diego Costa about him.
Yeah, Diego Costa. Yeah.
Oh, and Fred West.
Oh my God,
Jesus, Billy!
Billy,
he's just become a member. Don't scare him away.
Listen, Cesare's just become a model on my channel as well. He's a shark wrestler, you know, from South Africa, Jim.
He's a great lad.
He's a brilliant lad. I love him to bits. But he wrestles sharks for a living.
Piss off with the time, Joel. We're having words after this show, mate. I'm going to message you. James Ward-Prowse, definitely. He's a massive yes. I know everyone else would say yes as well. Everyone? Yeah. Baz, I never stop reading the comments. It's a joy to watch. I'm having a Sinclair. I really am. Don't ever become a scout, Baz. Brilliant trolls. Thank you, mate. Botman, Tarkowski, Botman all day long.
I wish Tarkowski would go away. I do not want him at Newcastle United. Honestly, seriously, man.
Way not falling for that one.
It's like he's Harry Maguire's twin brother, man. Go for Ben Mee, not Tarkowski, for the love of God.
I'm trying to...
Oh my God!
Come downstairs. No. Jesus, you think it was a Monday night? Bazzy, you're pregnant? Yes, I am. I've had a bit of a naughty Christmas, and I need to lose a few pounds again. I say pound. I left work before Christmas and I weighed 97 kilograms. I was doing all right. Went back to work after Christmas, 100. I was like, shit. Trouble digits again. Not good. Well, hi, Baz. You've selected something since you can't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, but look how he finishes it. But go back again. Well, like, since you can't say people or countries, probably. Instead of properly, he's deliberately done that.
Yeah, he's laughing. Paul, you're no longer the worst at pronouncing names.
I don't get the names wrong. Cesare.
You must do. You said it.
I'm shocked at that.
We are favourites to sign Ramsey. I think it'll be done tomorrow. I really do. What a time to be a mag, exactly. It really is. It's just unbelievable. Second goalkeeper. We've got 4 goalkeepers on the books, though. We don't need them, do we? No. Fair enough. Right, a bit of good news to bring is as well. Apparently, ASM is fit for the bench on Saturday. And he should be fit to start at Watford. And I wouldn't play him, but that's good news, though, because he hobbled off, didn't he? So we were all thinking the worst.
He doesn't make it known, though, does he, that he's injured? ASM. I mean,
damn right.
Honestly, he goes. It's like he's literally been attacked by a dog. His arms are everywhere. And he's like, "Look at me, I'm injured. Take me off."
I'm not falling for anything tonight. I'm really not. I've already had enough mares tonight as it is. Continuous favourite sign for Villa, with us in second favourites. Odds are shortening for us, but based on money placed, it's more likely to be from odd on punts for Villa. So, but again, the money's coming for Newcastle as well, so someone might know something.
Well, they will know something bad somewhere.
Yeah.
Just go and pick
As long as it's
Kurt
Coutinho betting on a Newcastle move, we're happy.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Kurt Miller, for becoming a member. Really, really appreciate it. That takes us up to about 21 now, I think. My maths is any good.
Getting close to 50, Baz.
We're getting close to 50.
Then you can announce it, Rich.
That's 79 away from 100, Barry, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, 79 away from 100 and all those free prizes. Cheeky bastard. Right, this guy, Alfredo Morelos from Rangers. No. Why?
He's just like Aubameyang. Why would you go from one bad attitude to another?
He'd get sent off every other week, wouldn't he?
Exactly. Bad attitude, consistent.
Right, if he can take his red cards away from his game, if Eddie Howe can manage that somehow, would you take him on his ability?
No, because he's still an asshole.
I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League, I'll be honest.
Oh man.
I don't think we could trust him. You know, the defenders would wind him up and he'd lose his rag and he'd get sent off. It's another Mitrovic.
Look, us 5 scored 20 goals in Scotland this season, so I just don't think he's good enough.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
I'd have
I see, I do.
You would, not so we didn't get the hat trick, wouldn't you, Rich? Like, just got
I like him. I think he can play up front on his own. He scored the most goals in the Europa League. I think it was last season or the season before. So I'd have him.
Yeah, but that season of the Europa League, he was playing against the dog and duck most of the time, though. From
this is it. Yeah,
you need a bit of nastiness. You need a bit of nastiness.
You need a bit of tough and nastiness, and then there's just a plain idiot.
That's a stupid question from Eric.
I don't think he's been sent off this season. I might be wrong here, but I don't think he has.
No, I don't think he has.
But I like him. I've always wanted him.
You can have him then. You have him, and we'll take Coutinho.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, you're all right. You're all right.
Brilliant. I would definitely take that all day long. No, I'm not pronouncing the chairman's name. Not a chance.
Just say yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can boogie.
Yes, sir. Jesus Christ. Been an excellent funny show. I think it's turned into a Monday night, hasn't it?
Dear me.
It's been brilliant. Not a fan of ASM. Wow.
Why you asked Fancy Dan?
I wonder who he supports.
He's a Newcastle fan.
Oh, that kind of comment. Kamara, we would all love him. I think, Richard, you mentioned him on your show today as well, didn't you?
Yeah. I think, I think you guys... I don't know if it was you guys or another Premier League team that have put in a bid in for him. I'm not sure which one.
I think Manchester United are interested as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's changed his profile picture.
Yes. Actually...
I blame my jeans.
Oh, bless you.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, ASM should focus on his own product, definitely. He has got it in him. Can you remember that pass to Wilson when he dinked it over the back line and Wilson had his shot blocked? He has got it in his locker. We just don't see enough because he just holds onto the ball for too long. As Jade's pointed out in the last show, pass it, fucking pass it, fucking get rid of it.
I didn't curse, actually. I did really well.
Well, I thought I'd had them in for you.
You know, in my head I was.
We're after midnight now. We can say what the fuck we want. Oh man, I am absolutely in stitches.
I wouldn't want to be taken too seriously and make it look like I'm trying to get scouted.
Exactly. Although I love the Bradford, if you look at the stats, he's only made 60% of shots faced, which is the worst for the bottom 4 clubs. Could be okay to bring another keeper for the competition for places.
Yes, because we get pouted every game.
Exactly. We do, don't we? I mean, the only reason why I bring a new goalkeeper in is to play to Eddie Howe's tactics and strengths, which is he likes to play from the back, doesn't he? And we've discussed this on the Rumour Mill with Paul and on many shows, to be fair, about Dubravka. Great goalkeeper, but just not a ball-playing goalkeeper. So we have to play a different style to suit him, and he doesn't like it, does he? Paul, who would you want to see in goal? I think Summer now would be a goalkeeper. We'll find a better one in the summer.
I find myself when I'm at the games, and I've been to the last few away games as well, and I just find Dubravka can be very annoying because he's so his distribution is garbage. It is terrible, and he's so slow playing out from the back. You know, but that it's not a position that I would really worry about until the. What the hell? Oh, piss off, Joe Linton. I have not got chlamydia, right? I just need to state that. It was a slip of the tongue on my show when me and the late great Dave were going through various injuries and illnesses. It was a slip of the tongue, and Joe Linton has never forgot it because he's a twat.
He is. Honestly, I'm having words with him. I really am. So go on, Paul. You talk about goalkeepers, about how uneasy Dubravka makes you feel.
He does, but at the same time, he'll then pull out worldly saves, and he's got that in him. I think he commands the box as well as anybody we've got there at the minute. I don't think goalkeeper is a problem that we need to address in January. I think we can wait till the summer.
I think you're right.
There's more important positions for me to improve.
Yeah. Jade, do you agree on that one?
I do. I'd wait till the summer. But if we're going to go for anyone, can we go for Unai Simon? That'd be great.
Yeah. Ooh. Billy, you got a song for Trippier?
Not yet. Nothing wrong with it, is it? Apart from Crippler. I ain't singing a song with that in it.
No, God, don't jinx it.
Trippier the Crippler. I love it. Sounds like a wrestling. We're back to wrestling now.
Dear me.
Oh, man. Right. Oh, Giroud.
Giroud. Olivier Giroud, Barry.
I said Giroud. I don't know where I was going with Giroud.
Giroud, not Je, as in je m'appelle. Giroud.
Basuma from Brighton would be brilliant for any team.
Yeah.
Apart from
problem is we don't know if he's going to be locked up, do we?
No,
yeah, exactly.
This is it. I wouldn't want to take that risk.
No.
Jay, if you're walking towards him, you'd cross the road. So
fucking run, mate. Fucking walk.
A lit firework just wait to go.
Brilliant. Brilliant. He is, though, isn't he? To be fair,
he is a ticking time bomb in every single game from start to finish, and it's a risk that no one would not take.
Everyone's just noticed that he's changed. Yeah. He's a good lad, though, isn't he?
All right.
CR7 wants to sign for Newcastle. Jesus Christ, I wouldn't want him.
No, I'm happy with J7. Thank you very much.
Have you got a big one? If you have, whip it out and pay for my dinner. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not
Look
bad.
at Jade's face of pure disgust when that came on.
Pure judgment, man.
Straight off the cuff, that, though. Brilliant. Yes, we've said Wijnaldum, definitely.
What about the other one?
And Immobile.
He said it right.
It's Immobile.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
Yeah,
said
first one of the night.
He said Immobile.
I didn't. I said Immobile. Cheeky bastard. I get one right and I still get slated. But yes, we were linked with him quite a while ago, and I would love him.
He's just turned 21.
That was one of the best rumors I ever heard.
I'm so impressed that like 200 people are still watching this.
I know.
250, man, it's crazy.
I don't know why they're watching. I mean, Jesus. We should just put the money for Botman, I think. I never set the mid with Big Joe and a Premier League proven striker. We should easily stay up. We'll just pay the money for Botman. I mean, we'll have the last word on Botman for the night. Oh my God, still less scary than his bro.
That's John Sinclair's allergic show. That's brilliant.
Yes. Man. Have we still got that in the thing? In the video?
It is. It's still on the Horseman one, yeah.
Yeah, right, we're going to put it on.
Anyway, off to our boxing correspondent, Frank Bruno. What did you think of the game, Frank? If you may notice that John looks a bit different tonight because he's had an allergic reaction to something. And
Botox.
Barry thinks he's had Botox, but I'm not sure what's going on with John tonight, guys. But he's clearly not feeling...
I'm here. Which is good.
He actually looks like he's Chinese tonight. So I
was going to say, you ever watch South Park?
Yes.
And they got a Chinese guy, and that's what he looks like.
What? That's the first time I've ever seen that. That is unreal.
The Chinese,
honestly.
it was the comments we were getting after that though about like the Chinese Fwank Bruno, and then everybody commenting saying, "Oh, I didn't realize Chris Eubank was coming on the show."
It looks like Will Smith in Hitch.
Oh man, honestly, I don't think we stopped laughing for 2 hours.
We didn't. It was absolutely brilliant.
Oh God!
He just kept saying, "Now to me, now to me, now to me."
Not really.
Oh God, bloody hell! I still don't know how his eyes went like that. Neither does he.
I know, neither does he though. He just knows he had an allergic reaction. That was it. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw him. I really could. We laughed so hard in the background before the show started as well.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised we kept it together for as long as we did.
Oh God.
It was just absolutely fantastic.
The T-shirt made it as well, didn't it? The bright orange T-shirt made it with it as well.
Yes,
it did, yeah. Oh.
That'll probably go down as the greatest bit of anything on the Four Horsemen. That was just.
But when he kept saying, he kept on going, "I'm okay, I'm okay."
Oh man! Oh Jesus! He was absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Oh, I'm gonna have to play the other one as well, aren't I? Because we played that one, I'm gonna have to do this one for
This
people.
was right, I think it was at home, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, Jason, you've had a Sinclair. Congratulations!
Yay!
He just completely forgot he was live. Like that's a perfect advert for Timothy. You know what I mean?
Definitely, Timothy, Head and Shoulders, whatever
Head
you
and
want.
Shoulders,
It was
yeah.
absolutely brilliant. Absolutely
L'Oreal, because he's worth
fantastic.
it. There's so many things we can make with
Jesus.
that.
I've actually got tears in my eyes laughing so hard. I forgot all about them. They're brilliant.
Unbelievable.
Right,
That's why I saved them, Baz, because those two.
I
mean, obviously that clip of John is like that will be. I mean, you could put that on any time if you need a laugh on any show, and you would just laugh as soon as it comes on. It's just unbelievable.
And then there's this one.
Mum used to say that to me when I was
You should have deleted that one. You should have took that one off.
That disturbs me to this day. That, like, I mean, that's what nightmares are made of. That.
Oh man,
yeah.
Fantastic! Right, we're going to have to end the show because we'll be here all night, just absolutely having a laugh. Thank you very much for coming a member. If anyone would like to be a member, 99p a month, as we mentioned. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, so we can disturb a few more people who might not have watched this show yet. Please smash it because we're really enjoying what we're doing and we want to keep it going and we want to be able to pay for StreamYard and stuff like that in the future, which is what the money will go to. And obviously to a charity as well, which we'll announce on Saturday. Paul, what's coming up, mate, on your channel? I know you've got a lot planned.
You put me on the spot.
Yeah, it's not like you to have to do this, to be fair.
I know. Tomorrow will be a transfer show again at some point, if with the latest news. I don't know if you're available for that, Baz, but
we're doing the best 11 at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
half 10, please.
Yeah.
I had to change it by half an hour because I've got a hospital appointment at 1 with the missus. She's got to get an injection and all this sort of stuff. So I need to be there. Sorry.
Right. Well, I'll probably do the transfer show in the afternoon. There will be the review of the Cambridge game. Monday night, we've got the transfer rumour mill again. Tuesday night, fan forum. So plenty coming up.
There's loads of comments still coming in. I'm sorry, guys. We can't keep going. It's getting late, but someone put in somewhere, I've never laughed so hard. I mean, if you watch a Monday night, this is what it's always like, isn't it, Paul? So every other Monday night, I should say now.
Minus me, it's a boys' show.
Well, that means it's Four Horsemen. Sorry, Jade. I was trying to find a way around it, but there isn't.
Me and Rachel figured out something.
Yeah. Well,
so we can sit and butt heads over football for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, if we need a stand-in, we could always have 3 horsemen and a horsewoman. Don't worry.
Of course, definitely, without a doubt. Especially with your dry sense of humour, Jade, it'll work well.
Exactly.
So what we've got coming up, as I mentioned there, we're going to do we're doing a best 11 between 1985 and 1960 with Paul, Billy, and obviously the late David. So what we're going to do is do the show entirely about what David would pick, what we think he would pick. And I'll do a little tribute video for him as well because he deserves it. And finally get to have a little say on him because I've kept quiet because I missed, unfortunately, the fans forum on the Wednesday night because I left my phone at home when I was at work. I was absolutely devastated that happened. But I'll have my little say on him as well because he was a great man. And Saturday, we're going to do a full-time episode at about probably 9 o'clock at night again. Make sure we miss everybody's. And we're going to have 2 guests on who were part of the charity that we're going to be, I say sponsoring, we're not sponsoring, we're just having a bit of a partnership. And I think it's going to work really well. And we've always wanted to get involved in a charity because it's nice to give back because there's a lot of people less fortunate than us. So, and obviously we're going to make a donation to Dave Harrison's pot as well, which please tune in for Paul's last show. When's the one that you're doing? Is it Saturday? You're going to be doing the last one where all the donations are going to.
Well, tonight was supposed to be the last one, but a couple of people said they didn't get paid till next week. So I'll probably let the Rumour Mill and Fan Forum, I'll let them go as well. So another 2 shows, Monday, Tuesday, and then obviously I'll have to wait and then see what we've made.
Yeah, and I'll do our donation separate so YouTube doesn't take any money off it because I'd rather it just went straight to the fund. Yeah. But yeah, it's an amazing pot that's grown for him, and we're able to probably help with the funeral costs. We'll be able to get him something, like a plaque or something like that, won't you, Paul? Whatever the family wants, isn't it?
It's not so much the funeral costs. I don't think it'll be certainly some wreaths and stuff, and what we're really planning is something to remember him by. Just get something made, and obviously we can get something really nice made for him. So just to remember him by. Yeah. So we'll see in time.
Yeah, Massey deserves it. Right. So I hate ending the show on a low, so let's end it on a high because I'm sure that's what Dave would want. He'd be slapping us right now, going, "Why are you looking so sad, guys?" So we're going to end it now. Thank you very much for a great night. Billy, you're going to see us out.
Touch base.
All right, it's a little song for my mate Sam, the Twitter chatter-upper, and also my mate John, who can't remember people's names very well, John Sinclair. Let's give this a go. I love you from the bottom of my Twitter page. I love you in the tweets I write and tweet. I love you because I see your pictures every day. And I love the way you talk to me days. Oh, sweet, you're sweet. In your DMs, I long to sneak. When you've gone upstairs, I'll creep and write it all down. Down, down, down. Oh, Shirley, oh, Deborah, oh, Julie, oh, Jade. I wrote so many tweets about you, I forget your Jennifer, Allison, Philippa Sue, Deborah, Annabelle too. I forget your name, Jennifer, Allison, Philippa too, Deborah, Annabelle too. I forget your name.